Bane versus FishSock. FishSock, that's a nice name.
FishSock, all right. Would you? I know I heard of noodling, but that's a little different. If you don't know what noodling is, then you might not be from Texas. I'll say that much.
I am not from Texas. I'll say that much.
All right, so kicking things off, King Kai versus Zato 1 to get things going. So hope you all are excited for another wonderful evening here at TampaNeverSleeps. Duel 1, let's rock.
Time to strive. Here we go. Round start situation. Bane going to be a little patient to see what Fish is going to be going for. You know, trying to summon that Eddie really early. All right, getting some good pressure in. Started now. Trying to avoid any summons altogether. Playing that neutral game.
It's always kind of a fun part. You have a character with so many tools to help against your more standard of a character like Kai. So we'll see how FishSock utilizes them and utilizes Little Eddie just to be able to set up portions. The first damned thing gets backdash. We don't want to see any of that.
Yeah, that is a hell of a reaction there from Bane, and a really good start to the pace of this match here. Nearly got the 2H, was just a little far away, but we move right on in for the throw.
Special, and then Axels again, those run-up grabs, tap dust, quick hit, no burst from FishSock, not trying to take a risk with that life so low, but already Bane with a clean round, plenty of burst gauge ready to go, and you know, we'll see how FishSock adjusts this approach.
Yeah, we did see that really strong backdash there, the very first command grab attempt, and now we're seeing the DP out. Bane already utilizing a lot of these defensive options, still lower on life though in this set, but there it is, DP's right out again.
Yeah, I like that, just challenging every which way. If you're FishSock and your offense isn't as tight as you might want it to be, instead Bane's gonna go for the double dip. 2 scoops of pain, gets a burst out, and FishSock finds a hit. Eddie Gage is back down low. Bane with the resources with the burst. Can find something here, but gets air thrown. Wait a minute.
Oh, and we don't go for the RC after the air throw. That was an opportunity to close it out, but that's fine. The 5D hit him with the meat tenderizer, able to close out the round.
I like not going for RC because RC would guarantee the burst. Instead, you get a knockdown and a guaranteed setup with Eddie. So not a bad spot for FishSock, especially considering Bane hasn't bursted yet. So now it's probably going to force it out at some point this round. But, oh, there it is.
Coming in clutch last second there to protect Fish. Scoring the knockdown, but don't go for any kind of strong Oki there. Was waiting for the Eddie Gage to come back, it looked like. Trying to go for a cross-up with the JD, but overextended a little too much. And there's the reversal. 5P RC.
Classic Eddie pressure. 5P. Right out of the trouble, gets a wall break here. FishSock turning things around, dashes up a positive bonus, has the meter, invite hell, inviting Kai to try and dip again. 2 is all you're gonna get. Crouching heavy, no dice, but the 6P whiffs. Wait a minute, knockdown. Gonna smell a YRC. No, we're gonna smell a whiff throw, and that is the smell of the game.
Yeah, it looks like we threw a little too early there. Caught Fish just at the very end of the block stun. But you know what? We take those, all right? Fish able to put it up 1-0 here.
Yeah, FishSock turn things around, you know, under pressure, but getting things going, finding some damage here and there, and with Bane not really busting out like he did early on with the Vapor Thrust. It's gonna be put under heavy pressure. Really gotta force the Zato to second guess their pressure, even though hitting Little Eddie instead of Eddie can really be a scary thought. If you try instead, ooh, wow, big hit to start things out. Gets the shock state, gets the corner pressure. Nothing huge, letting Eddie get summoned, and now back to mid-screen, and the burst gets dropped.
Yeah, and I like that we resummoned Eddie as well, but Bane still able to recover here, getting the 6K straight into the close slash pickup. FishSock had to burst in that situation, or you were 100% dead. You know what? You still might be. DP, there it is.
Yeah, classic. Kai with 50% tension, what will he do?
That's vintage Kai, all right.
He's scooting. At that 5-frame scoot, gonna bite the ankles and make it hurt if you're not being careful, but FishSock is no stranger to dangers. Kind of fell for this last time. Although right now, we're at Eddie Gage when it hit the 5D, so not much coming from it. Although here we go, full combo into a wall break. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna Super 2 Amorphous. The big fight.
Just want to take the damage along with the hard knockdown. One thing I've really been noticing here from FishSock is his ability to slow things down and not really overextend. He was overextending in that first game, which was allowing Bane to really make these close comebacks, but now we are playing so much more patient here, so much more confident in our control with Eddie.
Okay, got the resummon with the executioner. Ew, we're getting cute with it. We're seeing a break the law, that move. Did not really force you to have to guess those crazy left rights. FishSock with the call out and gets the shield right into a crouching heavy full combo.
Oh my god, it's still going.
Oh,
How many
half-life
blocks
gone. Wall break imminent, and we're gonna resummon too. It hits just raw. That's probably not the worst case scenario for Bane. Take a little bit of damage, but it's gonna be a hard knockdown into more little Eddie pressure.
Oh, but here we go. There's the back throw from Bane. Gonna start establishing some pressure here. Plus frames straight into the dragon install. That is real because it's close enough. But you know the classic, right, Raph?
I'm not
It's
even
DI
gonna
and to
say it.
lose.
I ain't even gonna say it, alright? Whatever happens, happens. It's not like Bane has a life lead. Instead, Bane gets bit. The frog attack finds its way, and FishSock now up 2-0.
That's the truest.
FishSock's going up.
They absolutely are here. One game away from closing it out. But, you know, that is the classic. That is the true 10-0 matchup of Guilty Gear is Dragon install into lose.
I mean, at the very least, like I said, I'm not going to fault it for the curse. You're already down a lot of life. You're going for not really much of a Hail Mary, just like, hey, let's beef up. Let's try to turn this around. Didn't quite work out. Bane now having to win 3 straight just to stay in this winner's side.
Yeah, the biggest issue with Dragon Install still proving to be that meter gain, right? The meter penalty after you activate it because it's a super. I think if it had no meter penalty, you'd be seeing it all the time.
Yeah, I think so. Like, the positive bonus can help if you can set it up for a wall break, but you definitely kind of put it under pressure. There's the burst. Speaking of pressure, Bane forcing that burst. That all right, Eddie? What do you got? Oh, Eddie's just gonna dip back out. Speaking of dips.
Yeah, just
stun dips.
Circumventing neutral. Doesn't want to deal with neutral at all. That was full screen run up stun dipper.
All right,
now
wait
we're
for it.
Wait
for it. Come on, I want to slide in.
Oh, nice.
That jumps out.
So far, every single time that Fish has gone for the command grab, Bane has been able to avoid it. And that's only been, what, 2 or 3 times in this entire set. So really good reactions here and good call-outs from Bane.
Yeah, it needs a lot more of those, though. Because FishSock, again, losing first round, turning it up after the second to win the game, potentially to win the set here. Gets a grab, can't resummon yet, but gets some pressure, keeps it safe, waits for the slide, he knows it's coming.
I love using Invite Hell as a way to just put up a stop sign, too, to prevent Bane from going for the slide. And now FishSock is sitting at set point. Of course, Bane still has burst going into this next round, so that's the last lifelink here. Trying to harass for that 2S. There's the run-up throw. Vintage Kai into the heavy stun edge.
All right, here's Bane's best chance. Huge damage into the most sacred and holy of edges. The blade does not ever lose its sharpness, and this grab will find its mark. Bane answers on the board with the perfect, reminded FishSock to put those socks away. They smell real bad.
They conduct electricity, you know what I'm saying? The static electricity building up here for FishSock. Nice stuff there from Bane, finally getting a game on the board in a dominating fashion. What's the lore? Does Kai still have the Thunder Seal? I don't remember. Someone in chat, let me know. Because that's the whole point of the lightning powers, right? It's the Thunder Seal.
I mean, now he's like hard gear, sure. Doesn't rely on that too much as he's mastered the lightning, mastered this matchup. We'll see as FishSock early lead has not won a round to start things out, but instead is gonna find a big reflect off the wall, gets the shatter, gets the break. Stun Dipper's not even a factor, but the 6 feet's gonna hit the mark. But drop some elbows on Big Eddie.
Yeah,
they gotta watch out because it's a lot of meter wasted. FishSock, not a bad spot. PRC forward, air throw tech. I see what you had there, but you gotta watch. We're gonna unload the Toad. Take out a big bite and put FishSock on match point.
Very nice. There we go, double jump, just trying to avoid. Utilizes the JK to get rid of little Eddie, but now we're staggering the pressure there with the 2K. Deep run in for the throw, gonna gain a lot of ground towards the corner with that.
This is Bane's best spot here. Gets contested though, and that's what you want to see. You can't let Zato find the little pocket just to force you out and put you back in that 2v1. All is fair in love and war, and right now, Commander Zato is under pressure.
That was a really good use of the JK. I like what I'm seeing a lot from Bane with that, but now we are sandwiched between Zato and Eddie once again. Another jump out of the command grab. That's 3 for 3.
Straight up denial. Kaikisuke. Bane is like, only I can get these grabs, only I'm going to get these free throws, and it's going to tie up the round here. 1 round away from tying this up 2-2, but FishSock still on match point. All right, there you go. Send it back to him. Return to the center. I don't want to hear that.
At the angle, too, which is so wild. Oh, but bursting on the 5P. No reversal for you. Wants to hold down Fish in this corner.
All right, a lot of Eddie gone. Gets the resummon, though. Still under pressure in the corner. Getting grabbed. FishSock. Ooh, it's going to be spooky. Bane gets gold bursts, though. There was just enough of a gap. Gets the kill, which is actually pretty nice. If you're Bane, if you're FishSock.
Yeah, that's 100 meter or 50 meter gone, right? From FishSock, just spending it with the super, but is still able to get the confirm here. Out of little Eddie. This is time for Bane to slide right on in. Gonna be able to get the wall break here as well, but instead goes for the reset. Wants to hold on to the positioning instead.
All right, anyone's game still. Back to mid-screen, second neutral. Immediate food arc. And now they're just both being patient. Gotta watch out. Tap Dust is gonna hit one more time. It's either gonna be the 5-frame slide or it's gonna be the quick overhead to catch the slip in. You see Bane blocking low, watching those ankles, but instead it's the head you gotta keep an eye out for.
And I like that hitting with the 5K to hit them with the quick low overhead, right? All you needed was that one touch. So throwing out something tricky like that was a great idea there from Bane. It is on the road to bringing this back. We're getting a game 5 for the first match of the night here at TNS, and it has been a barn burner to start things off.
And well, it's good to see a bunch of good back and forth between some players and seeing how they just go at each other, especially being on stream to start things up. Want to have a great match to make things happen. And right now, FishSock, after being up 2 games, gotta be careful. Gets an air throw though. Gets the unsummon back to putting pressure. Little homie, make it work, but instead the vapor thrust is gonna stop all offense.
All right, there's a neutral jump, gets clipped by the 6P, but you can't slide on in when the drills are out.
When they're not there though, the spike strip ain't gonna stop the wheels on the Kai Express. And now Bane again, gonna run forward, they're gonna just uppercut in front of it. No, just gonna block out the Amorphous, get a slide into finish, and straight denials. Now Bane match point with the reverse 3-0 coming up in just a moment, but FishSock may deny it and get the win right out from Bane's clutches.
Incredible challenge though with the 2P from Bane. Bane seems so well versed in this matchup, really understanding the nuance of how to deal with little Eddie. Even the backdash is there just to get out of harm's way.
Backdash is not working out that time though. The range, the damage, the ride, the lightning. We're gonna take a quick trip all the way to the other side, battle on the bridge. Gonna be a throw tech. One last shot for FishSock. Got the sandwich. Looking tasty.
Yeah, but just blocking lows, tries to slide on in, but we're still able to maintain the corner. There's the gold burst, the lifeline here for FishSock. Can we capitalize?
Tap Dust too close. The mash out from Bane. Looking so good, but a 6P into resummon's gonna find a little something.
Oh,
wow,
no, Eddie's going
2P. Gets the frame trap, gets the finish. And Bane with the reverse 3-2, taking the set over FishSock. I like that. Just hitting all.
So let's see. We're going to get some Millia versus Baiken action for game number 2 here on TNS.
We'll see how this goes. This is one of those kind of, it's a tough, because the Baiken, it's a sprint. For Millia, it's a marathon. Baiken only so many hits. Do such a good job of contesting and stopping Millia in neutral, who has to really get a lot of good hits to turn the tide and get like the match momentum in their favor, where you see just the response, the hit boxes, the pressure that Kiri's under right now.
I mean, that's really all, like you said, all Baiken needs is one Kabari to dictate the pace of the matchup here. And look, you saw Kiri was basically running that round. We get hit a few times, and it's already over. Dejojo just capitalizing on a few hits there is able to score round number 1. Kiri's still holding on to that burst, though, into the next round, which is very smart.
That'd be really important just to keep that in check. Counter hit. Big chunky damage all the way through. That's that. Ooh. Good looks up to Dejojo. Over a half-life lead. Tries to go for the Ozanset mix-up. No dice, but still gets counter hit. Bait the burst. Last chance for Kiri. Going for some pressure. Counter comes through because 2K2D isn't a true guard string. Dejojo with the hard call out. And playing that matchup so well to kick things off with that set.
Yeah, blistering fast pace of a match here. And of course, that's how any Millia match against Baiken is going to go, right? Both of them are going to be going against each other full force here. And we want to see you all go full force into the Matcherino as well. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat is going to bring that link up. We have plenty of codes remaining. I want to see all of them used before we even smell that top 8, all right? 41 codes. Get in there and use them up. Do your part, all right?
Please, please, please. It's always appreciated. Your support makes everything go all the better, or else we won't show you top 8. You have to wait. We don't use up those codes. We'll just keep it hidden. We'll watch it ourselves, me and Jobber.
Sounds like a threat.
All right, big pressure in Kiri's life. About
Are you dead?
The super is gonna finish the job here. That wall break for extra credit. Oh, pixel life in a minute. Just about dead at that point, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but does get chipped out by the tatami mat. You do have to be FDing that.
Yeah, and there's still pressure afterwards. That light delay on the landing, getting that 2K for a little bit more, but a counter hit. Okay, big chance. Kiri finally finding some offense. Again, has to be mindful. Vikings have a way out of pressure. They're happy to disrespect. Right now, Kiri's in full force here.
All right, there's the re-jump pressure again with the air dashing in. I really love the dash up 2Ps. Just trying to catch Kiri if they're, trying to catch Dejojo if they're going for any of those slash normals. Huge pickup here, answering back with a dominating round.
All right, Kiri needs it. Kiri needs to get their offense in order. Once they get these knockdowns and can put Baiken into trouble, that's gonna be the big kind of advantage there. Again, neutral is tricky until they can find that hit. Jump heavy, starting things off. Although the burst comes through, Dejojo back to neutral, counter hit. So much chunky damage into a hard knockdown. Safe jump. Oh my gosh, the damage on Dejojo. The lead he has right now and the punish. What timing? What throw? You have the tether, the mix-up, same side.
Yeah,
Millia's gonna be in the blender.
Just an absolutely nasty mix-up, right? Both of these characters are mix-up monsters. The difference with Baiken is it just takes a little extra setup, right? She either needs to get the Escabari on you or needs to get the throw to get it going.
Yeah, a lot of avenues to kind of put you under that pressure and really put Millia in a bad spot. Not really be able to move, not really have to be stuck in that Baiken's preferred range. But it just feels like anywhere is a preferred range. Just trying to advance on this character when it comes across Baiken jump slash, Baiken jump dust, tatami. There's so many things that deny Millia the approach. Although finally, Kiri gets an early burst with an early hit. 2K2D gets the knockdown, setup time. Yep, there we go.
And I like that you mentioned the amount of pressure that Baiken can put on you. Kiri is feeling the pressure right now. Has to make a reverse 3-0 to stay in the winner side of this bracket. And they are going full throttle here. Sets up the disc again, but gets tossed out of the fastball. That is a crazy call out.
Good wire C. The 2K2D without a finisher. Getting punished. And now Dejojo, yeah, just throwing that far slash. Getting the setup, Yozansen, all the bar. There's the burst from Kiri. Without a life lead, though, could be a little tricky.
I love the idea there from Dejojo to try and use the Yozansen as an anti-air just to snipe Millia out of the sky. Didn't quite work, but there's the throw into some more set play. Jumps right out, but the anti-air close slash, one of the best anti-airs in the game.
I think that was pretty good. To find that little hit and keep things going. Gets a grab, gets the knockdown, puts out the disc. But unfortunately, yeah, the timing of heavy disc, it will not activate before a normal if the normal is done first, right after you summon it. So you see the counter, Dejojo making a call out, get a good chunk of damage.
That is some hitbox. Hitbox wizardry right there. Catching the frames from Dejojo's JS. And now we are just going through the skies. Gets told to sit down, though, with the air throw.
And it's not over for Dejojo, plenty of bar. And finds the counter R. See, you thought it was safe to go for a quick normal? You thought 2K would be okay? No way, Jose.
There we go, toss out of the skies again, coming down with the JH.
Yeah, again, delaying the heavy disc, but pressing a button. You thought it was safe to put pressure against Baiken. No, you get countered for a good chunk of your life. Finds the crossover, finds a little bit of damage, but Kiri's still on the back foot.
Yeah, I think it'd be smart for Kiri to try and bait out those parries by going for 2K into nothing, right? Because we see after 2K, that's when Dejojo likes to go for the parry to bait out the 2D, but isn't going to get the chance. What an air throw there. What a sequence from Dejojo, taking it 3-0.
I was like, okay. Kiri putting out a quick talk about support, man. It's crazy. We got $3,000 tournament at Evo for Garo, Mark of the Wolf.
That's insane.
This is a game from like the late 90s. Getting a 5K pop bonus. It's like, what? That is one of my favorite fighting games of all time. And I'm just like, they're pushing it because they got a new Fatal Fury in the books. So that's going to be fun. Just like this match here as the one and only Goldlewis, Big Dickinson coming out and getting that big damage.
Oh, catches the backdash there with the overhead Behemoth Typhoon. That's a big Texas comer right there. What a 6P to start things off from Tensorial.
Yeah, it's kind of like the offense will be great once Tensorial can get going. There's a lot of things that can kind of put out there to get that approach started and just force Goldlewis to have to get some big guesses just like so. Reset into pressure. The only really way out besides super is like 2P dash from Goldlewis, which has an inherent risk on its own.
That's true, but there's the PRC super to wake up, catching the backdash with the overhead Behemoth Typhoon again, and everything could fall apart, but a nice backdash there is going to be able to close out the round with the 2K. And I actually feel like 2P is Goldlewis's lifeline in this matchup, right? Because it will beat a lot of the pressure that Eno can put out, but you see that Tensorial is not trying to go for that Oki, is just going for the re-fly pressure over and over.
Yeah, and 2P can kind of stuff that out just a little bit, but RedIamNot living up to their name right now with the pressure they are being put under. Tensorial looking to get something cute here with the wall break. There's the super just to make it simple, quick. Game 1, Tensorial. All right, it's perfect too. Okay, a lot of perfects we've seen so far tonight.
Is that the name? RedIamNot?
I say it's RedIamNot.
RedIamNot?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe RedIam. Okay, they're not red. Okay, I read that wrong.
Give us the lore. How do you pronounce their name?
They're not okay. They're not red. They're a little blue after getting beat up just a bit.
But they're wearing the red jacket. That's kind of off-brand.
All right, here we go. Time to play your favorite song over and over again. Eno's most popular track is on repeat on Spotify, and that's going to be the antidepressant scale into pressure. Here we go again. Big knockdown throughout the note. Now, oh, that was deep.
Oh, yeah, and going to be able to break the wall here. Not with the super. That had to have been a missed input. We definitely wanted Fortissimo there, but that's all right. Struck the big tree is going to be able to close out the round. And yeah, I probably should have just looked down at his actual in-game name because you can see the capital letters there. All right, here we go. Plus frames with those Behemoth Typhoons. And wow, we got the car Behemoths on lock as well. Such a big part of this character.
Oh, the shutdown again, though. Tensorial just finding the YRC, which is important. RedIamNot. The hard part is, like, you have to block the attack first before you can YRC. Oh, it's a big hit. That's a good lead. RedIamNot looking good here. OTG's going to do it off the BT. Trying to stay alive here and tie things up.
All right, whipping that Behemoth Typhoon, though. That gives Tensorial the opening to get right on in, forcing the burst out, but we are going to send out the drone to cover our approach. beautiful 6-piece all around from Tensorial so far in this matchup.
Yeah, this is good catches out. Look at Tensorial go. Making sure that all the damage leads up to something solid, either the knockdown or the wall break. All this bar is going to lead into this another high-low, good blocks, but RedIamNot without the bar to save them, or a burst either. Tensorial up 2 games to none, and it's just been an onslaught of pressure and just heavy metal.
Yeah, absolutely great. Just great sequences as well. Great routing. Being able to get that 5K into the 6H was huge. And is RedIamNot supposed to be like a sequel to I'm Blue? That's a terrible joke. I'm sorry.
Jokes for someone.
I will relieve myself. Now we play Call of Duty 2, Oblivion. Dang, okay, talk.
It's alright, Jobber, it's alright. You're still green, and that's alright.
But here we go, burn it down, sending out the orbital laser, and gonna get the cross up. That's fat Millia right there.
Oh my goodness, big chunky hits and just straightforward, exceptional. But the knockdown from Tensorial, we've seen how this goes. It's getting quick hits, easy damage, high low. There's a throw. You're guessing all the which way. Instead, it's gonna be the YRC to bust out, and then immediate super on wake up. It's enough damage. Jeez.
And now it's set point here for Tensorial. Ilo is right, but is it going to be off to loser's bracket? We go. There's the 2P to press out, but gets clipped again by the overhead.
See the conversions? Nice again. The challenge. RedIamNot just making what they can out of the situation, forcing a lot of meter loss on the side of Tensorial, but it's sort of just immediately like, you know what, I'm just going to dash forward.
That double low was brilliant, and I'm stealing it. Oh, but there we go. One big JD. Unfortunately, not close enough to get the full pickup, but still, we are so close to chipping out as Necroid comes through with the 50 big ones in the match arena. Thank you so much.
Oh no! Hit. That should be it. The OTG. And that's just so unfortunate as RedIamNot just could not keep any of the momentum. Tensorial would always just challenge somehow, some way, be it with a backdash, a mash out, super.
All right.
That's right. Unless you gave me like a game code as a gift, then I'd feel bad. I used it already. Like, bro, come on.
You're right.
All right, here we go. Speaking of right, can Marvelo be the hero that Florida needs right now? Just going up to get to Bridget here. The pink Bridget, a very popular color. And Marvelo's just taking it down, knowing that this character Bridget just wants the freedom to be able to keep her space, approach in varying ways, and be a little frustrating. But Marvelo's that speed closing the gap, getting big damage, and now enforcing their will.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part about Chipp, right? Is smothering your opponent with the lightning speed offense here. And as we get down to that one final hit, Marvelo decides to pull back a little bit, forcing Oblivion to overextend there with the throw attempt, and the JD locks out the round.
All right, great start here for Marvelo once again. They gotta be careful though, as Oblivion is just finding low hits, can add up a lot. The counter hit on the slow roll, taking the time, making it work. Marvelo gets the bust out, and now gets some big damage. One more hit. Not enough for the super wall break, but still has the life lead now.
Yeah, but that positive bonus is going to be huge here as well. Nice. BRC gets the setup into the fully charged rolling attack. And this is exactly where Oblivion wants to be now, turning the tables on Marvelo. Has to make sure that meter can't be used. And there we go. The break the wall, tying things up. A lot of this matchup, too, is going to be Marvelo trying to force Oblivion to whiff, because if we whiff that bar slash or that 5H, that is just free pressure for Marvelo to get in.
Yeah, a lot of spots you can just run in as soon as you see anything come out like that, but Oblivion is finding the hits themselves and just getting some good damage here, and again, just picking their spots decently, but gotta be careful now, because Marvelo's gonna get the quick mix into the blend, into the throw. You gotta guess so many ways, and can't block those. 6 heavy finishes it, and Marvelo taking the game.
I don't know about you, I didn't block that, and nobody in chat blocked that either. I got dizzy just watching that, all right? That felt like an exert chip setup.
There's just so much on the table you got to worry about. So you have, it was like right there. You have the RC off of the Alpha Blade, and then cool hit into slump, into high, low, left, right, up, down, throw, no throw, strike. Where does it go? I'm just,
Please give me back blitz. All I do when I'm scared is I just blitz.
Okay.
Ooh, what
Starship gets a little something, but Oblivion's still stuck in this corner. Forced to burst out, but still might not be able to escape.
Gets caught by the 2K once again. 2K2D set up the yo-yo, but the burst. Marvelo wants to hold on to this positioning here. Great movement there, utilizing the bear dive to gain some space and the PRC.
Oh, the slow roll counter hit again. Interesting. Oblivion really using that to good effect. Because you're like, oh, they're good, it's gonna stop because they're holding back. No, it just continues going. The Energizer Bunny just rolls up on you.
Oh, there we go. Kickstart My Heart does get punished this time, but Jefferson Starship chasing White Rabbits and gonna get the round.
All right, nice. Oblivion with the round on the board. Trying to tie things up. I like this. Bridget just backing it up. Taking a ride, no punish. You might be guessing it's gonna be the break. Instead it was the flip and follow up. Marvelo's gonna find a clean hit. Gets the Super 2. That's good damage, hard knockdown. Now it's time for the guest show, the game show. Where will Marvelo land? It's gonna be a save charge.
Yeah, you better believe it. Baits out the burst as well. Whoa, okay, we missed the 6K. I don't even know if we wanted the 6K. We might have wanted just a run up 5K, but we are already holding forward. Let's see now. This is a very important round for Oblivion. You cannot allow Marvelo to get that 2-0 momentum. Gets punished this time, but only with a 5P, not too bad.
Yeah, like Oblivion, one of the things, like, I would keep using that stuff. If Marvelo's not gonna punish me for going for a stroll like that, ooh, counter hit, takes the burst, I would just keep letting it rock. Might as well.
Oh no, unfortunately putting themselves in the corner there with the Kickstart My Heart, but the Starship once again coming out into the RC. Not going to be enough to kill, but we do get the setup.
Yeah, nice knockdown. Into more pressure. 2K, 2D gets the RC, and all right, we're tied up 1-1. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, that's absolutely what I love to see. Competitive matches here in pools.
Interesting take on Bridget. Honestly, Oblivion using a lot of their own little tricks, and you see just kind of the variety, because again, there's so many great Bridget players with Super Noon and Hitachi. And then you have, right here with Oblivion, having their own like little things here and there. I mean, everyone's got their own yo-yo tricks, right? Some people walk the dog, some people shoot the moon. So Oblivion's got, a lot of fun stuff, but Marvelo's probably going to answer back with just great offense. I think if they can snipe out and block out a couple of those starships, they can turn that around, because you can see Oblivion has been really liberal using that as a bust out.
Yeah, and getting a lot of reward for it as well. And Phantom Phil coming through with the 500 bits. Thank you so much for the support. But now we are out of the corner with just one good use of the heavy slash. Pulling attack is going to get pushed into the corner. Great whip punish there as well with the 6H. Goes for the burst safe route, even though Oblivion doesn't have burst on deck.
PRC forward into the backdash. Oblivion just trying to find something, but nah, I like that. Marvelo just letting it wait out. Oblivion gives up all their bar, all their chances. Good lead for Marvelo, 2K, 2D, and now going in.
Goes to the OTG here, into the cross-up. And the tip-tap there, JD sends you through the wall.
Yeah, not bad. Overall, Marvelo is doing what they do best. Sticks, ping, very preemptive. And the burst too. Oh my god, Marvelo took the elevator and said, oh wait, hold up, wrong floor. I gotta go back down real quick. And waited for Oblivion to just come crashing down for a punish. What a read on the wall run. That was cool.
Yeah, wonderful stuff there from Marvelo. Now securing that 2-1 lead. Only needs one more game to send Oblivion down to the loose side of the bracket. But Oblivion, like you mentioned, the way they've been playing Bridget is pretty different from the other Bridgets that I've been seeing, right? So they have their own little special sauce in there, and I definitely want to see them take this all the way to a game number 5. Beautiful backdash there on this low from the Rekka. Spends the burst early, though. We don't want to allow Marvelo to gain that corner positioning.
Yeah. Even as good as Bridget's backdash is, you gotta be very careful with it because Chipp is just gonna take that opportunity to run you down and put you in the corner. Just the side swap. Gets the hit, gets the overhead. Could have went for super instead. Gonna go for the BRC. Forces the meter out from Oblivion.
All right, but there's the burst. Aggressive. Goes for the backdash as well, just trying to bait out some of those normals.
Ooh, now you see the mix-ups. You see the kickstart my heart into nothing. Just being like, hey, you're gonna block this. You're gonna think it's gonna be the break or it's gonna be the flip. Instead, just Oblivion finding little hits, but all those tricks aren't impressing the judges. Gotta do a little bit more than that to get a higher score as Marvelo is being quick to shut stuff down.
Now we're down to our last life here, and our burst is gone. Stuck in the deep water, but can we swim our way back up? Nice whiff punish there with the 2S, but still too far away to get the full conversion.
Okay, PRC ain't no good as 6P's coming for you. And Marvelo finally scouts out the starship. It's gonna crash and burn, sending Oblivion straight down the loser's bracket. Marvelo taking that 3-1 with good reads and good control. Interesting.
So this is definitely an interesting matchup. A lot of it is trying to wait for Anji to commit to the spin, right? And then reacting accordingly, because he can spin through some of those behemoth typhoons, and that's when things can get a little messy.
It's looking really messy right now, and you gotta call up Marie Kondo. Lolo needs to figure out a way to shape up or like be shipped out. This MacMens is being relentless, catching out the startup of the drone. You can't just put that out there.
Not
that's
at
why
all.
that's why MacMens got the fans. He's gonna blow all that junk away and be relentless.
Oh, but there we go, catching the run forward, forcing the burst out of Lolo. And I just love the way that MacMens is moving around the screen here, playing with the space so well and utilizing a lot of 6Ps. 6P is a very strong tool against Goldlewis here, especially because his main poke, other than Behemoth Typhoons, is going to be that far slash, right?
Yeah, they're shutting down so much. It's just MacMens not letting Lolo get a word in any which way. Spins through the drone, nullifying it, takes the burst, put in the corner with punish. Yeah, very clean, just overall awareness of situations. And you see MacMens just shutting it down. Said, all this stuff is cute, but I got an answer for everything. I wrote all the test answers on my arm. Nothing you can pull out that can trick me. I don't even need to. He's so about it. He's not even wearing sleeves to hide them. They're
He just got it out there?
Say something. Daring you.
That's crazy. He's cutting the Rock promo written on his hand. That's crazy. Shout out to our wrestling fans out there. They know about that. Here we go, jumping straight into the next round. And one thing that's really, really impressive too is that MacMens has not slowed down the pace at all either, right? It is such high speed, fast tempo here. Finally, Lolo is able to get some offense started, but there's that 6P immediately.
Again, just I like the looks on MacMens' side. I know MacMens has been entering a lot of tournaments, right? I've been seeing them a lot. So it's nice to see some good on representations. MacMens is really holding it down with the character. And we're getting some good Goldlewis this time around, but it looks like they're having a bit of a struggle. First it was the Eno, now it is Anji controlling a little bit of everything. Oh, just can't get anything started.
Oh, I like the use of that 5H there, but again, just going right on in with the Fujin. Fujin covers so much space, so good for whiff punishing this character. You know, the truth is that we just need to buff Drone again. We need to put Drone back to its old power, okay?
Okay. I don't know how many people who've had to deal with it. We'll see. I'm sure some of our friends, especially in Japan, jumped in on this character when Drone was what it was. They'll be more than happy to let that rock again. But MacMens is saying, I don't care. Just, Goldlewis is just under duress.
Yeah, and look at that. Even after the YRC just checks with the 2P there, putting out your fastest option. Nowhere to run, and there we go. Closing out game number 2. MacMens, 2-0 lead.
I don't know what Lulu's got to do here. It's tough because, like, not many buttons are really going to be helping because most of what Anji has with like the 2S, and you also have just like 6P like you mentioned earlier, as well as the Fujin, all of those are really just denying that mid screen. So even like BT is not really being much of a use. So it's just it's tough because like, you can't sit there and let the defense gauge go up, because MacMens is just gonna run you down. So I don't know what answers Lolo can find here, but we'll see what they got. They have to win 3 straight to keep this winner's side hopes alive.
Yeah, and you mentioned not being able to use the Behemoth Typhoons in neutral. That's just because MacMens has been doing such an incredible job at keeping the pressure on Lolo, right? They don't have room to do that.
You see, just clean far slash, all these strings at a safe distance, and there's nothing like Lolo can do to stop him. Come on, Lolo, don't go down 3-0. We're liking our competitive matches. We're enjoying the show. Let's see a little bit of what your Goldlewis has got in store, because you don't have much left to show us right now.
And nearly about to be sent to the loser's bracket here. Unfortunately, it's looking like they're running out of options, right? Nothing seems to work. MacMens is reacting to it, has an answer for everything, even with the RC to keep you close. There's the throw. That's up the bird. And that's it, I think. Yeah, that should definitely be it.
No! Wait. Secretary of Absolute Defense holding on by a sliver, a pixel, a hope, and a dream. BRC4, PRC back. And I think you might just be dead to rights.
And just that shimmy backwards there to force the Behemoth Typhoon to whiff. MacMens just so studied in this matchup, playing it perfectly.
Yeah, I don't think they skipped a beat win with Soul versus Faust. The Soul switch for Umisho has looked very impressive as they've entered a lot of online tournaments lately, and she's gotten consistent top 3s, 1-1 as well, but has a demon in the bracket. Her name is Jack.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can take down Jack. You've been seeing them posting back and forth on Twitter. That is the storyline, especially heading into Evo as well. Here we go. Sends out the donut. Just gonna fall off screen there. No one gets to eat tonight.
I already ate, so I'm fine. You gotta eat before the tournament starts, that way they can't get denied. This is food. There is a teleport, a little expensive, but solid damage into the knockdown. Oh, too far after that was a nice FD from Umisho, and now PlantainPapi just backing it up, making some space, trying to find something here, and has the lead. With the meteors too, it's pretty sharp.
Yeah, and I love using the meteors there to instead just toss out another item, right? Only needs one more touch, but the Bandit Revolver, that is the great equalizer. You've seen how good Umisho has been using it to just get out of the corner and escape from a lot of harm, and here it comes, Tyrant Rave!
Denied. What a comeback off of the low crush. Bandit Revolver with the bar is going to be like the go-to. You know, Kai's love getting that stun, but Soul players will Bandit Revolver with 50% meter just to force a mix-up and pressure. Such a strong tool. PlantainPapi, who had such a big lead, holding just a smidge as Umisho's taking their turn and taking the burst.
Yeah, it doesn't have... Wow, we actually go for the slump there, too? I don't think I've ever seen Soul go for slump mix-ups before. And the fade out the YRC. Umisho, what is this round? This Soul is insane.
Again, like I said, the Soul Project, full force, right? They got Happy Chaos in the pocket for special occasions, but it's all been Soul. She is loving what this character can do. Dares you to say that Soul ain't a character, is not a problem. She'll remind you right quick. And PlantainPapi, even though they had good things going on, like what I saw, right? Anyone named PlantainPapi is already someone I'm rooting for, and they had some great ideas, just didn't finish the job on that first game, but it's all good. Has 2 more chances, maybe more, if they can get the game and tie things up.
Oh, but what a trade there with the Volcanic Viper. Night Raid Vortex scoring the counter hit and just avoiding the hammer altogether. Umisho with a lot of good ideas, but Papi answering back there with the 2H.
Oh, here we go. Tiger Knee. Again, just hitting it every time. Oh, here we go. Super YRC, but the backdash off the PRC, denying a classic setup. Invulnerability, PRC into command grab. Umisho's seen that enough times. Great response, and great uppercut as well. I love that answer. Hot damn.
All right, see if we can keep this pressure going. Tries to go for the 2D, but had to stop short because the hammer was in the way. But these far slash presses have been so on point, especially the counter hit far slash into the Night Raid Vortex. Great confirms from Umisho all around.
Ooh, big backdash, okay. PlantainPapi finding something. Gets the heavy slash. It connects, gets some damage going, but you know what time it is. Bandit Revolver into a nice little jump out. Very cute.
All right, there's the... Whoa! The weight actually protecting Papi there. What an interesting interaction, right? Being caught in the block stun from the weight, so the throw didn't connect, but you aren't going to be saved from this DPRC.
Spin, spin, wait a minute. Getting the BRC into more. There's a burst available if Umisho needs it, but I think it's going to go for getting hit. Bursts out with a pixel of life.
Oh, but punishes the DP there. Great reservation from PlantainPapi, able to avoid that.
Well, that was just a good up back. Like an up back, hold FD, pray that you don't get blown up, and Umisho trying to call something out, but now, oh my gosh, relentless. Look at that. Counter hit 2K, finds a sequence. PlantainPapi's been living his life in the corner here. He's paying rent right now. It's looking tough.
Oh, we go for the dash cancel there as well. So Umisho not afraid to wake up with the DPs. We might be getting a little too happy with them now.
Counter hit, okay. Mixing them up, putting them in the blender. La mezcla, here we go. PlantainPapi with a big lead. Positive bonus, can get something going. Counter hit, again, RC.
Yep, with the BRC to make sure we can extend it as far as possible. Wall break is enough to close out the round and tie things up 1-1.
Adios, PlantainPapi showing up. Umisho getting a little too overzealous, all right? Those uppercuts, those volcanic vipers maybe erupting a little too early. PlantainPapi is at least is blocking enough right now, but it's all part of the long con as Umisho is probably building up to something spooky. We haven't seen a wild throw yet. We haven't seen some other little tricks of the trade with Soul Bad Guy, so long sets will always be interesting.
Absolutely.
What people would bust out.
There we go. Burst is already off the table for both of these players in the first round, trying to get that early momentum lead. There's Mini Faust. No, come back, do your job.
It's just chilling. There he goes, popping off. Nice chance here. PlantainPapi backs away. Umisho takes advantage of it. Yeah, given her space, she was ready to take advantage of it, but ooh, nice smash out. Off the ground, the floor is lava. That was such a good call out from Umisho. I love it.
Oh, and the 2K confirm combo there as well. PlantainPapi trying to go for the PRC. Invincible wake up, but is still stuck in the corner and eats another DP.
There's the bringer. There's the DP because you up backed. Nice and safe, although here's a chance. Command grab comes out. PlantainPapi's got a lot to do here, but not out of it yet.
Well, he's going to get this guard break, so takes the opportunity to send out a Mini Faust. Oh, thank you so much, Mini Faust. Said, Mr. President, get down. Oh, the PRC was so smart too, right? Was expecting the run-up DP there from Umisho. But we get the eat, the bite, the throw. Still not enough to close up the round with the OTG. Woo.
Whoa, just enough, a sprinkle of damage. PlantainPapi holding on by just a little bit, and it works out. I'm really impressed. Oh my god, yes, let's clash, let's go. I want to just keep doing that for 90 seconds. I would love y'all. But instead, Umisho just going to go for those up close and personal. Gets the hit, gets the wall break. Very nice.
Bandit bringer, or bandit, excuse me, Fafnir. Not even a bandit at all. There we go, tries to go into the 2K 2D. Great backdash from Umisho. Again, the run-up DP has been putting in so much work here. That is the strongest footsies tool in Umisho's arsenal.
Right, and they're going for it again. Instead, it's going to be just a backdash 6 heavy. It's been blocked every time, and then Vortex comes through. Yeah.
right underneath the hammer. Vortex so strong. The way that Umisho uses it is incredible.
She's just been using all her special moves through the approach, right? Either going to go for the revolver to get over the lows, going to hit the run-up DP to blow through pokes, or Vortex to go under anything and everything. So, gets a hit, nice. Took a damage, command throws right out of, gets the DP out of there. Could do it again though. No, backdash, okay.
PRC, oh, but we backdashed again. I knew you knew I knew. There's the Bandit Bringer straight into the DPRC,
expensive.
Building up that risk gauge. The panic bar, it's higher.
Oh, but the explosion just in time.
I'm seeing so many funky interactions in this matchup.
Always come out.
Oh!
Full combo off there. Yeah.
Not the betrayal.
All of, you know, if you they get tired of getting thrown away, right? They get tired of being thrown out for low wages, minimum pay, overtime. Umisho just rallying the troops for getting them to unionize against Faust.
The mini Faust need to unionize, collective bargaining. The Jacko's minions, they are definitely on union dime, all right? They get mandated breaks. They get sick leave.
That's right. They get dental.
Even
That's what I'm
dental.
talking about. They can afford to enjoy all those lollipops because they got the best dental in the business. Even if Faust and Doc, you think you know better, but right now Umisho fighting for workers' rights.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Faust has seen better days.
All right, the slump into the first wild throw to get the round there. It's a perfect two. Umisho saving that inner pocket.
And playing right in the pocket as well. Just perfectly in tuned with the pace of the match. PlantainPapi trying to get some pressure going, but that DP is always an ever-present threat.
Oh no. Unfortunate, because that's going to be the round. After all is said and done, PlantainPapi, as green as can be, and is not living the Mofongo dream. How it goes. And we'll see how this goes as TampaNeverSleeps own MFCR coming out against one of Happy Chaos' strongest soldiers in MJKurase.
You already see MJ trying to poke with that 2K. Was kind of measuring the distance with that 2K, right, to bait MFCR into the 2S, which has that further range, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, not a good spot. MJ again, just patient, right? Leo's gonna drop kick, try to catch the ankle, get a knockdown, but MJ seen enough shenanigans. Takes that first round pretty well, as long as they don't get put under pressure. They control the beast that is MFCR.
Yeah, and already has the beast locked down again here in the cage. That is the corner. There's the wall splat. We take the wall break there instead of going for the slump. I respect it just going back to neutral here. You already have such a strong lead as well.
All right, so here's MFCR, H for back. All right, get that super. Okay, run that Happy Chaos. He's got bar for YRC, and that's fine. Let him use up all that meter. Almost immediate. Yeah, it's, you know, positive bonus. Yeah, they can get a lot of that back, but what are they gonna do? Wake up super? No, get out of here.
Really able to take the round as well. Positive bonus is huge, but the 5D too far away. MJ even tried to go for the PRC backwards into the JP. That was nasty, but still gets cut down.
That was nice from MCR, just waiting it out. Didn't want to commit to a dropkick again. MJ was maybe trying to call something out, but instead, out the gun, gets the shots. All right, this is the hard part. With tranquilizer darts. We're gonna take out Leo against the wall. Boom, boom, boom. Send him packing. There's a couple more to put Leo to sleep, and that's gonna catch out the burst. And what a trade places situation. That's a big lead for MJKurase. I don't know what MFCR can do here. Yeah, just get hit and get shot.
All right, MJ looking really solid here. MFCR showed some signs of life, being able to make a little bit of a comeback there. But again, just the Happy Chaos is so powerful.
It's crazy. It was like, I think the not a Hail Mary, but it was a chance MFCR took with the cross through. But because MJ ran forward and did one of the many buttons that Happy Chaos has that kind of moves them forward, they just side swapped, and it was sick. Okay, cool. I'm back. I'm still at my like preferred range. Leo's just like, oh, I don't want to. I don't want to trade places. It's not like that.
Says, I don't want to dash in, please. There's the burst early on. All right, goes to the other side, gets the overhead. This is a good start for MFCR. MJ has not spent the burst yet, but there it is, right on cue. Speak of the devil.
All right, I guess. Oh my god, I thought I liked this, but BRC back. Probably the best reversal that HappyChaos is going to have, and MJ not afraid to let it rock, gets a big hit. Has the Deus Ex Machina, not going to let it use it, but probably going to go for a BRC right here to start things off. As soon as MFCR comes close, never mind.
That was a great pickup there off of the fireball as well. Gets the wall break into the super. That's the round. Good stuff from MFCR. Very fortunate that I was able to actually get the wall splat there. Just close enough.
Good stuff. Trying to answer back. An immediate dash up 2K, knockdown city. Big pressure here as MJ will again clean backdash at these spots. Sitting at the curse, whiff the throw. Trying to fill out that first pitch, no good. Backdash gets got. Oh, this is looking so good for MFCR. I like that. Put that fan on him. Get that life in.
Here we go. Head button on in, but a nice challenge with the 2P there from MJ. Run up throw, but he's able to burst still.
What do you got for it though? You have, okay, got all the bullets back at least. Getting the hit. There's the guard break. Curses up. What a cross through. There's a burst available, but can't use it. Yeah.
Are you going to get sent through the wall?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Still has nearly 100 meter on deck. Not having, yeah, but the roll through. I love going for the roll through there, right? So that MFCR can't just block and go into YRC, which is probably the, the most optimal thing to do.
Yeah, really nice because you try to back away. There's always a chance of BRC forward or just meet up somehow, just like that. Really hard to blockable, but now it's MFCR turning that around. I like this. Yeah, watch that. The overhead, the back turn, the pressure. Looking like it's going to be 1-1, but MJKurase gets tagged. Never mind.
All right there. Tying things up 1-1. Big start here for MFCR, but now we need to keep this snowball rolling. Keep building up the pressure, building up the momentum here so we can overcome MJ. We are not even in top 24 yet.
Just, we're still working our way
in
there.
the top
It's
24.
crazy. No. Yeah, you're right. It's really, really close here. Again, we've had just amazing back and forth all throughout these matches, and I cannot wait for this crazy top 24 we're gonna have.
Really, the curse is on early, gets knocked down though thanks to the hit. MFCR, had to escape from the corner in that situation. Spends the burst also. Remember, it's so important to keep HappyChaos locked down and to get that burst out as well. So this is a good start.
It is. As long as HappyChaos doesn't get things going from their burst, that's always the big part. It's like, cool, it's like the space, and you get a curse and gunshots. And with that super, you can actually get a lot of bullets back and get the life lead. So, good situation for MJ, who's just big chilling. Although the anti-air 2D, all right, yeah, you got it.
Into the super, yep, easy round there for MFCR.
That's the thing, like you're so like, okay, I'm up packing, I'll be safe from lows. What if the low just reached you like a rocket? And yeah, nothing much you can do there except block it out. Although MJ right now this round, solid lead. This is pretty good for them. We've seen MFCR make these comebacks.
I mean, MFCR would be smart to hold on to the burst, though, in this round. Like, it's such a big disadvantage at the moment, unless we could tie things up, which we very well might here. Goes for the cross up again. Overhead is finally blocked this time, but there's the YRC coming out. Goes for the Berserker Barrage, and is going to be forced to RC, but no! The punish. MJ was aware that there is a gap between the final hit.
I'm glad they called it out. I'm glad MJ said, hold up. You don't want to, if you're not going to RC right then and there, that's a good call out. Because MFCR was looking a little bit greedy. You know, sometimes it's nice. Oh, my opponent's not going to catch that spot. It's whatever, but MJ took advantage of it. Back dashes, gets out of there. The double homies, taking the hit. Big counter hit, but speaking of that, you know what it is. dash forward 2D. I got 2 legs, and they're gonna make it happen.
Absolutely, 2 legs and 2 arms. Hit him with that.
The 4-limbed man is dangerous. Okay.
I know. He's a lion.
So many limbs. I'm scared.
He's got limbs and claws and fangs.
Those the 2D has just been like as wary as MJ's been about them early on. It's just basically still like how you gotta wait to worry about, like Kai with Stun Dipper. You know, Leo's gonna go for the 2D. They're gonna go for that drop kick that goes over some lows. His airborne counter hit gets something going, and it reaches so far. So, you know, be more mindful if you got a block and you got to be put under pressure. Hit by all means, but once MFCR gets that counter hit, gets started, they're just gonna run right through you.
It's the skip neutral tool. That's the thing. The 2D, it just skips neutral, especially when you have the RC. It's basically Leo's own Stun Dipper when you think about it. Uh-oh, but the RC puts you into the corner. Here it comes, Deus Ex Machina, the god in the machine.
Okay, nicely done. MJ, I like that. He held that lead. Oh my god, MFCR is not ready for that. I mean, no one really is. And here we go, right back the other way. And that's just, again, it's scary. Like, not being in block stun and then having to block left-right where it's just so ambiguous. Doing it after a hard knockdown, MJ's just taking advantage of how good it is. But now MCR taking advantage of Asuka with hardly any defensive options, although the blocks were pretty good.
Yeah, but there's the gunshot burst, though, to maintain that corner positioning. But it doesn't matter. Even though we got the burst, MJ already putting the pressure on with the bullets here and going to reload all of them with the Deus Ex Machina. And still close enough to break the wall. That is a positive bonus on top of all of that.
Nice. Forces the YRC, but MSR's just happy about that, right? Cool. You got up close to Leo. But the fade away, the block should be fine. There we go.
I like the idea, though, right? What the hell? He was charging that the entire time. That was an immediate flash kick upon landing, swapping sides of the autocorrect. Okay.
We have enough tricks, MCR, right? We've got mileage from our 2D. We're going to go for empty jump, eyes insert, but MJ answering back. Not enough meter for super yet, but next hit could do it, although go right under counter hit. There's a burst. Oh, MSCR is calling it out. Be careful.
Yeah, if you get too obvious with trying to use the run through on those clones, you are going to get caught by the counter hits. Oh no, had a great idea though to go for the RC, but luckily for MJ, he was just out of range there, so didn't get clipped by the hitbox.
Right. I'm smelling a 2D. There it is to start things up. The Packers gets caught. Nothing crazy with the counter hit. Oh, we gonna finish it there. MFCR 3-1, making top 24 and making quick work. I like that. Again, it was just, you kind of knew it was coming. There was a 2D there and an RC available.
Razzo's bringing in the Giovanna.
Yeah, that's been her pet project. Her and Ray coming through, and Razzo's been having a great time exploring something a little bit different with this character. But Druice, happy to see that she's rocking some Oscar, and already, and again, player of Druice's strength behind this character would be really fun to see, just because Oscar you do a lot of cool stuff and play in a fluid way, but Razzo just keeping it simple, going for good dashes, forcing the strike throw. Druice with the lead here, but has to be careful.
Druice, she's already so good as well. We're just managing all of these resources. Is running low on mana though, so opts to consume some of it there to build it back. Here we go, tries to go for the 5D, sending out the heat orb and the overhead. Razzo with all these blocks.
And is it gonna kill?
Oh my god, not quite. Nearly there though.
There's literally a clip that I retweeted earlier today. It was literally just like it hit like this a jam button where it was just like, oh, Asuka got knocked out of the spell shield, got hit by like one hit into Giovanna super, and that was it.
Yeah, but here we go. Dark magic attack coming on through, FDing every single one of the hits. +4 goes for the backdash to try and bait out an attempt.
Oh, and the tap dust raises up the Minecraft blocks, try to start to build a little base right under Razzo.
All right, able to get the knockdown here. Dash up for the throw.
Again, it's adding up.
Stuck to the wall. Not going to go for the spinning dog kick. Instead, we just go for the fully charged dust. We want to hold on to that meter there.
All right, taking shades of their partner Umisho, going for an airborne move into RC for a mix-up. Druice getting some mana, but yeah, gets thrown for their troubles. Try to get something cute, but denied.
And that throw actually killed because Druice spent some life to get some mana back, right? Didn't want to get hit and sent into that almost like burnout state, essentially.
Okay, here we go. Nice. Use the explosion spell.
Ooh.
Set up here. Switching off onto the different test cases.
Dark magic attack to break the wall. Hard knockdown. Druice looking in full control right now.
Got the reversal spell. Waiting for Razzo to overextend. So Razzo can hit. Here we go. There it is.
Oh,
Immediate reversal. When you see the little ice.
And the overhead. Double overhead.
That was clean.
Yeah, and one. Oh, go ahead.
No, you first.
Well, first, Nikki FGC, we got to acknowledge that coming through with the raid. Thank you so much. But I was going to say, Raph, one of the big parts about dealing with Asuka, he is a very strong character, but he has so many options that the player themselves has to really balance in their own head. But not only that, you have to understand what his cards do, right, to properly fight against him. Being able to recognize that he has that DP, that reversal icicle on deck is so important.
Asuka is so confident he's gonna win. He's coming down to TCG night and he's playing with his hand facing his opponent. Exactly. He's showing you what he has ready on deck. And if you're not paying attention, if you're not gonna work around it, then hey, Asuka will take those. So will Druice as she's getting a small hit. Doesn't plan to confirm off of it, so let's be careful. Though Razzo, gets the spell break. Very nice.
Yep,
oh my
and
god,
you're
that
dead.
throw so much. Because
he goes from having
shield.
He has the best defense in the game to the worst defense in the game.
That's why, again, it's looking a little bit like the anti-mage. Razzo's just trying to hit that mana break, take out all of Druice's resources, and go for the finish.
Getting the opportunity. I mean, look at the resource management that we're seeing from Druice, right? Doing such a good job at regenning a lot of this mana as well. Tapping on those soul rings, activating those mana crypts, but is going to get clipped by the dive kick super.
Oh, you know where this situation is. Has to fight back or else, managed to get that spell shield back online. Some big hits too. We got a couple more explosions on deck. It's at 6P. There's the blow up. There's the hit.
Oh, and the 2D coming on out. That 2D, kind of similar to Giovanna's 2D, right? Reaches incredibly far. In fact, I think way further.
Yeah, it's really, distance on it a little bit faster too. It's really cute. And it's so hard to recognize because it's just like a little whoop.
Behold, geometry.
Race the cube. All comes back to cube, and here's this spell break off the guard. So now Razzo, feeling great about it. Oh, a throw, a super, that's it. That's a wrap. Half-life gun, it don't matter.
Yeah, the moment that, we've seen Druice in a lot of cases, and Ordinary Magician, when they do run out of mana, when they get all tapped out, they still are able to have really solid defense, but Razzo just opening up Druice so hard here and getting massive punishes.
Again, that's the price to pay when you're playing this character that's potentially very volatile. But, again, managing that resource, and it can be tough because even if you're not spending anything, getting hit lowers a good chunk of your mana gauge. So it's just like, it's feast or famine sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, let's see. Is Druice going to be able to activate that Millennium Eye? Try and see what Razzo's going to do before it happens. There's the throw. Double dash, tries to go for the throw again. Nice neutral jump there from Druice. Gets the overhead as well, but Razzo going to spend the burst to keep them locked down.
Ooh, nice Quake. Good usage of the different spells. It's going to go for the 2D, gets the hit, doesn't get out of the corner from it. Instead, Razzo's going to, force the burst out, and a clean hit. Wow, hitting that big earthquake. I like it, super effective.
Here we go, building some back. That is such a good spell. Such a good card there. Just the heat orb.
Yeah, it goes out quick. It's guard break. Covers a good area too, so such a strong tool just to command that space in front.
This is such a Guilty Gear character, Rav.
This is the Guilty Gear character of all time.
Oh, that 6H. I love it so much. Just hit him with the book. Take him to the library.
Oh, we're going to cheat
Demonic Tutor?
real quick. Yep, we're going to go pull out our cards that we want out of our deck, get some mana back, and now we have a good chunk of Metrons. We got the reversal ready to go. Got to be careful, though. Mana's looking a little low. Shield's break is imminent, and there it is. Sayonara.
Oh, yeah. Out of here. And now we are fighting to try and get that 2-1 lead. Druice doesn't quite have burst back yet, but will get it back by the end of this round. All right, we're setting up the staff now.
Ooh, big burst. Nice call out there. Druice. Looking pretty sharp, but again, we're at that scary point where they are low on mana. There you go. Able to recharge some, gets a clean hit.
Overhead again.
Not enough, though.
Oh, recharging mana in the middle of a block string, you have guts. But we had to in that situation, right? Is going to get clipped, though, trying to draw by the dive kick. And now you are out of mana, out of shields, and nearly out of options.
Oh my god, running low, the up back, the challenge, the chase. Shield is back online.
Oh,
2P mash comes through, and Druice rolled the dice. Gave, told Ray, give me your paw. Let's shake, girl, shake. And that spelled the end of that game. Holy crap.
I gotta say, I would never, ever play that man. He is not my type of character, but he is so sick. He is so sick. And I'm glad he's good, too. He is, like, obviously good. And Druice is definitely proving it here.
Yeah. Almost here to get top 24 winner side. You can get more Asuka action on the winners, but Razzo with the representation of the Geo trying to find the pressure. Again, all Geo needs to do is get the mana down, and essentially just one combo finishes the job.
Yep, and we do have the overhead available as well, so Razzo is going to have to look out for that. There we go, dropping the ball. And dropping the combo too, unfortunately, allowing Razzo to escape from the corner. There's the PRC, double dash forward.
Oh, far slash, okay, connects. It's gonna get the break in between. This will be enough. Again, like, even if you lose your shield mid-combo, then your defense reverts to the lower one as soon as it happens. So you might get the modifier early on, but it doesn't matter if you get that break. So be careful now. That's Druice. Cash your spells. Throwing everything out there. It's just top decking everything, and it's looking good here.
We love casting spells. There's the wall break. Immediately sending out the cubes. There's the big one.
Oh, and the low on landing. Yeah, Razzo respecting on the jump in. Druice content, taking it to match point here. Ooh, full conversion, nice.
Yep, starting to chip away at that mana as well. Here we go. We now have the overhead on deck. Great job avoiding the 2D there from Razzo. All things considered, Razzo is doing a really good job keeping the pressure here on Druice, not letting up. But what a poke out too with the 2P. Into the overhead. Trying to beat out the burst.
I like that, yeah.
My God, the pressure is relentless too from Druice. Utilizing the time with the overhead just to draw another card.
Patient approach. Razzo, she's just trying to find her way, and there's no tension here on the side of Druice. But the explosion again, that's the last one of this test case. RC catches the backdash, okay.
Still alive though, but one more mix could decide it. Good patience here from Druice, but does get clipped by the roundhouse kick.
Extra game, good blocks. Still has to block it out, wait it out. Run up, burst is imminent from Razzo, but doesn't want to have to spend it. Well, they should spend it sooner than later. It's the last round.
Oh, but there we go. Able to get the jump in to close it out, taking us to a game 5. Druice, really smart there. You basically had no health left, so why not spend the little health you have to get some mana back to try and establish more offense, right? Unfortunately, that did put you in a sticky situation where one more touch was able to close it out.
And they had 2 of the fire orb spells in hand, so they had the opportunity with the mana there to just kind of deny that space, but opted for the regular Metron. All of those, the standard cubes you can kick away, and those active hitboxes from Giovanna gonna stuff it like you saw there, the 6P, cutting one of them out and allowing the cancel into the 214K.
But now we are out of mana early on. There we go. Getting a bunch of it back, spending some of our life. Remember, spending your life is the fastest regeneration process for your mana. Gets the air throw. The palm?
Okay, great spot, great lead, overhead again. And that's the thing, is like you were formerly a Leo player. You're holding down back, you're just used to it at that point. Always holding your down charge, even if you don't need it. Instead, Razzo's getting opened up by the orbs. And now in a tough spot as the jumping low,
Does get clipped though. Then all the way back. Nice 2D. Immediately goes to the overhead afterwards. Look at this confirm here. Setting up another staff. Straight into the dark magic attack. Not quite enough to get the kill, but Druice is in full control at the moment here. Threatening to send Razzo to the loser's bracket. There's the final burst.
Hail Mary comes through. The whiff grab is no good. And Druice 3-2. 3, huh? You holding back on us, Jobber?
Akuma's in season 3.
Oh my god. They're adding Drive Rush to Guilty Gear. Let's go.
They already added Drive Rush. It's dash cancel for everyone.
I want dash cancel plus frames, alright?
Oh, you're right. Just play Goldlewis. Or Soul.
So Jack, our top seed of the tournament. The monster with the Happy Chaos. Going against Trevor Sue, a pretty solid matchup here. Axel having the range to really make sure that Happy Chaos can't reload, can't charge up, and once he has like the space and the life lead, can be tricky until Jack gets the hit and gets going.
Yep, and here we go, able to score the throw. Trevor is doing such a good job at keeping Jack out, but now you're getting sent through the wall with the Deus Ex Machina, which is going to lead into a guaranteed curse setup here. But we're not even going to go for the curse. Instead, we just want to pressure Axel.
Alright, good looks here on both players, but the fadeaway shot, yeah, that's the problem, is you can't really let go of block at any instance. That gunshot just is so fast and you can't see it, so
I hate this character.
it's just what it is. You gotta pray. No amount of bunny hopping, no amount of crouching is gonna keep you safe. You gotta add cover to Guilty Gear so you can get away from it. That's what we need.
Exactly. This is a second-person shooter. But able to get the blow up there with the Renton explosion. Oh, close slash actually connected. I don't even think Trevor was ready for that one there. Was ready to block the overhead, but not the roll through though, unfortunately.
Close to guard break, but guess what? Wake up 5P, getting cute with it, couldn't get the finish, and that's gonna be a punish.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. We weren't able to get the kill, and now Trevor up against the wall with no meter to back them up. And the gold
Here we go. Okay. Wow.
Yes!
There was no meter there. That was guaranteed just chip kill. Jack just in the do or die spot. Gets a 2D, gets a quick dust, and now it's party time.
All right, JS, my beloved, straight into the snail.
That's what I like to see. Axel keeping Happy Chaos in the corner. All that screen space. There you go. Run, fade away. Run away. You're good. Happy Chaos has to come at you. Get cursed. It's okay. You got Renson. You got Jump Slash. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Yeah, got clipped, and now you're going to get sent through the wall here. Not quite through it, but the 2K2D stalled a little bit to try and bait out the burst, so we weren't able to get the cross under into the Axel Bomber. But you know what? We still have this positioning. We had the positioning, but that 2S is such a good poke for Happy Chaos.
Yeah, meter's going to be here. That's enough. That's the round, and Jackson take game one. Again, you try as you might. all that real estate doesn't mean much when you have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. This is a survival horror game. Anytime you're playing up against Happy Chaos, except he's got all the cheat codes enabled and he don't miss.
Happy Chaos is for fans of House of the Dead, you know what I'm saying? Light gun game fans. Imagine if to reload you had to shoot off screen.
I'm sure someone's got like a Zap controller, Super Scope wired up and customized to play some Guilty Gear Strive and just playing Happy Chaos.
Hey, we've seen so many different types of controllers, right from steering wheels to Guitar Hero controllers to Donkey Kong bongo controllers played in fighting games. I wouldn't be surprised to see a light gun.
There was some nice ones for PlayStation. I remember having, like, my cousin having a cool one, so I want to see someone repurpose it just to come through. Play Happy Chaos, play Elfelt in Strive, play Aaron Black in Mortal Kombat, just every, like, shooting character.
They just have a light gun with buttons on the side, and the trigger is the heavy slash.
And it's rigged to make the sound every time you click it. That'd be so cool.
Oh, but there we go. Snail into RC, crosses up, tries to go for the JK there, but we are out of the corner. Not out of danger quite yet, though. Bro is going to get tech.
Oh, nice spacing, a couple of players. Swapping sides. No significant hit in a little bit, but there you go. Nicely done as Trevor taking that first round of game 2.
All right, let's rock straight into the next round. I really like the use of JP here from Trevor. Just utilizing really low to the ground JPs to cover Jack's approach. But gets a little too greedy there with the 2S. I don't know if 2S is exactly what we wanted, right? Jack was so close. But now sent on their back here. Positive bonus for Jack.
Now, Axel's famous reversal options on display. Your options are blocked or get hit. Right now, Trevor chose the get hit option. Gonna get the wall break. Back to second neutral with the hard knockdown, yeah. Expensive YRC just to stay alive for a little bit longer, but I feel like it's just inevitable. There it is.
Yeah, you could throw out the Renson, but that 6S, the sucker punch, is laying in wait. Here we go, breaking the wall again. And this is a matchup that I feel like Axel can actually do pretty decent in, right? Because when Happy Chaos has the gun out, he can't block. But unfortunately, Jack is just in full control here, going up 2-0 against Trevor.
That's a frustration burst. I mean, even if it got like punished, there was really not much you can do there because the combo into potential Deus Ex Machina was enough to do it. And that's hard. I mean, Axel can do that kind of too sometimes, even though, like, yeah, he extends his hurt boxes, but you have a lot of checkmate combos that can come through just if you hit it right. And Happy Chaos excels at it, and Jack is excelling with one more win to set them up in a good spot and making it top 8 winners to find this next game.
Let's see if Trevor has some life left in him.
I don't know right now. Not a lot left. The candle burning on both ends.
Deus Ex Machina.
And you bring in your 2 sickles. You got 2 weapons as well if you're Axel. Just a guy with, you know, one real gun and a fake one just to look cool.
These two have some interesting lore in the story mode, I will say. I'm curious to see where it's going to go. But right now, I don't want to see Trevor get sent to the losers bracket so soon.
Tough road. You're up against Jack, and Jack on the attack as always, looking really sharp here. Didn't get the curse, and allowing Trevor to get something going clean hit into the snail. Some damage, nice little lead, but all Jack needs is that one knockdown. May not get it this round.
Here we go, JS. Trying to utilize that JP once again. Trevor just needs to be a little bit patient here, but the back throw is going to put you all the way back up against the wall again. Great block on the instant overhead.
The throw, though, damage adds up. Fade away 2K2D. Didn't cancel for a combo, but it's okay. Chipp is on the table. Plenty of resources here for Trevor to finish the job.
And there it is, the 2-8 clipping the legs. Trevor staying alive for another round at least.
And a good spot, but still match point track. Knock him down. Try to catch the backdash. Actual backdash actually working as intended. I'm impressed.
Yeah, but is going to get gunned down there on a whiff Renson, unfortunately. The back is up against the wall, and look at that wrist gauge wrap. It's building up, and there's the 5D.
All right, reload. Think about it. Still gets the wall break after all that. Jack maximizing the wall stick. What an air throw right off the ground. Trevor with the last chance, but with positive bonus, a burst, and a dream that the goal burst.
Oh. No RC on the throw, though. Gets the 5D into... Tries to reset into the command grab. I love the idea, but Jack was ready with a gold burst of his own.
Has to RC. No good. That was the most disrespectful setup you could think of. Right now, Umisho versus Luke is the second side, the other side of the top 24 winners. And again, Umisho on a mission. Happy Chaos must die. Get this character out of my face. She has betrayed the Happy Chaos race. She just knows that their time is coming to an end. And that soul pick is what's going to drive her to victory on a mountain of bodies of Happy Chaos.
You know, in the wrestling world, we have a term called a face turn, right? We have heels and faces, and we have face turns. Truth is that Umi Soul is the face turn, right? Went for being the Happy Chaos heel to the face Soul, vowing to take down all Happy Chaos players.
Yeah, not a true baby face. It's still anti-hero Soul. End of the day.
That's a tweener.
Yeah. So right now, Luke though trying to save the day for all their Happy Chaos brethren. Although, yeah, waking up with it, not afraid. Umisho, big damage, big hits, and now you're gonna have to just guess. Oh, you guessed wrong.
The wildest of all throws, going for the burst safe route as well with the 2H. That was beautiful from Umisho here. And the DP, run-up DP. The way that Umisho gets away with run-up DP so often is incredible here because, you know, people want to play footsies. They want to poke, especially when you're a character like Happy Chaos and you have great normals. Umisho is just shutting that down, saying you have to play neutral the way that I want to play it.
Yeah, by skipping it, we're gonna just hop right over that. We're gonna just get in your grow and put out big invuln with positive bonus. I mean, why not? You're gonna get that bar back really quick, and PRC is in your future. So, and that's how it goes. Again, it's enforcing yourself. All right, it's just imposing yourself. Hey, you worried about what run up wild throw? You got to worry about run up DP. If you're guessing every time, then I've done my job, right?
Oh, but let's see if you can guess right here. Oh, we got the 5D, but we didn't go for anything afterwards.
Chemical Viper into the double overhead. I like that, but Luke, holding it down, keeping it solid, keeping it safe. Gonna get a full. No, I'm going to get more bullets in the chamber, so I have to be careful.
All right, there we go. Getting the wall splat, able to get the kill as well. Just punching Soul right where it hurts. Right into the little dragons.
All right, Luke's looking good here. Again, just having the wall, having the pressure. You ain't got to do anything too much, right? You get Q with it, run up, stay safe, mix up those high lows. You know what the drill is.
Yep, get that crumple as well there. The guard break with the up close ready aim. And we still have all these bullets left. Umisho just trying to find a single opportunity to breathe here. There's no room to even go for a DP. The patience.
Umisho will find a way. They will find a way to bust out, try to get a throw, get a little something going, but Luke, with the space, the presence of mind, the burst of mind.
Oh no, but gets clipped on the backdash thanks to the 2S. And shotgun and head coming in strong for Luke, tying things up 1-1.
Yeah, again, if you're not falling prey to the soul shenanigans, if you're managing to get your game plan as Happy Chaos, then it's always a good look. If you can manage to get a considerable amount of curses on deck, if you can have that space to get those gunshots at a safe range, then there really is no problem. A lot of the stuff that Soul can do sometimes is going to be unsafe, right? You have the 6 heavy that's going to get, as fast as that is, it is punishable with a full run-up and the full combo. Oh, Umisho said, anything you can do, I can do better. So,
I'm going to go back to the old me.
And that's the thing. You know, Happy Chaos must die. But what's to say if it's who's to say that it shouldn't be Happy Chaos doing the killing?
Here we go. Pressure is on now, and Luke is feeling it.
This is the heel turn, right? We went right back to heel. We went to face. That only lasted 1 round.
More heel turns and babyface switches than Big Show here. Okay. But here we go. Gonna get the wall splat with the Deus Ex Machina. Umisho still not out of harm's way here. There's the YRC, gets the roll through. And now, ID. Not able to get the confirm afterwards, though. Unfortunate, mistimed the gunshot.
Out of bullets, out of concentration, gets a throw, a little something there, but oh, Luke with the wake up backdash. I like it.
Risky but smart. It paid off here. And there we go. Umisho gonna get a backdash of her own, trying to go for the double overhead 5D counter hit. Now you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
No, places that Luke hasn't been before. Definitely patient, ready to get little hits, not too bad. There we go. Bust out, right? Just get the low. Oh, I whiffed. Never mind, you thought.
There we go. Nice reload, some bullets in the meantime. Too far away for the 5D, but you know what? Plus I'm whiff. Let's go.
It's suppressing fire, right? You got the gunshots to keep you safe and keep your opponent honest. Luke now is just struggling to even inch forward. This is a big round. It's gonna see who goes up 2-1. Okay, I see you, Umisho. Never skipping a beat, and a deadly combination. Having a great soul and just that Happy Chaos always on deck.
You don't want to push Umisho to the point where she's got to bring out the Happy Chaos.
If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be the Happy Chaos player. And right now, there's the RC to go back, avoid a burst, get the Deus Ex Machina for the finish. What a well-done option right there. RC, get away and say that's checkmate. Well done.
That is Majin Umisho right there, all right? When the horns come out, bringing out the demon.
All right, how does Luke answer back? You know what they're going to do? They're going to go right. They're not switch off Happy Chaos. They're going to say, I'm sticking to my gun.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Luke is definitely not going to change off of Happy Chaos here. Was not looking bad even in the mirror match, right? Just needs to clean some things up, keep the pressure going, and lock down Umisho. Umisho is, of course, very familiar with the character, very familiar with how to get out of the pressure of the character and when it's your opportunity to actually press, when it's your turn. And figuring out when it's your turn against Happy Chaos is probably the hardest thing to deal with against this character.
Oh, no, for sure. It is just you're sitting there like, again, there's a guy in the back aiming at you and just like, I dare you. Step forward. Cross the line. All right, we're playing ball. Nice little fun game of catch to start things out. The green stuff. Ooh, the curse stuff. Into the curse combo. All right, Umisho. I like it.
Here we go. Now keeping the pressure on. 2D is going to whip, which gives Luke plenty of time to get out. Yeah, no Goomba stomping for you today.
I like the effort. I like the burst too. Umisho in the corner. Although Luke under duress. Again, you see how he has to walk toward the ball. Has to just run up inches, playing red light, green light.
And now we get the focus and the wall slump. That looks like we caught the backdash there with the close slash as well.
Ooh, nice hit. And Luke, good job there, trying to get back to 2-2.
Shout out to production with the mint Luke and the denim Umisho.
Helps out. I mean, the character's got some okay colors, It's all about the pants at the end of the day. It's a little bit of hair. Oh, here we go. Mixing it up. Blending. Will it blend?
Oh,
yes,
we don't actually
it will.
I was surprised we didn't go for the RC in that situation just to get the kill a little bit earlier, but still able to close out the round. Now Umisho sitting at set point, trying to secure that top 8 placement and send Luke down to the loser's run.
Yeah, Umisho's like one less happy chaos to deal with the winners. I can go play my soul back night in peace. And Mint's gonna go out in peace and not careful, looking like Swiss cheese, all those bullet holes, and now we're gonna finish the job just about. Oh, we're out of concentration. Luke, if I
not out of options though.
Just hit the substitute. Put out a substitute. It took the hit, and then the immediate hit the seismic toss to get that going. What in the bank. We'll see how this goes now. It's going to be the Bridget on the side of Daze. I like this option. Bridget's projectile is going to cancel out a lot of the Metrons. His far ranging normal is going to shut it down too, but Druice has been relying more so on the uncounterable spells, like the explosion with the overhead as well as the quake. So it's been a good set of tools here and a big lead for Druice. Look at her go.
Yeah, and I think just the tools that they have been utilizing have been a really big part of this. Always seems to have one of the overheads on lock when they need it most. But even good at utilizing just the regular projectile cubes as well, right? To keep that pressure up and keep the opponent on their toes.
Interesting way to set it up, and looks like Druice just full momentum, right? Understands that it mid-screen a little farther away, yeah, but it's gonna have a lot of ways to just divert a lot of Asuka's tools, but they're patient, waiting for their opportunity and setting it up really well. Although Daze finds a hit, it's gonna get a wall break.
Yeah, but even, oh, there it is. The Star Platinum Bear coming out and out of mana now. Druice is all tapped out, which means Bridget's going to be doing some chunks of damage. But there it is.
Oh!
Who activated my trap card. Arc Magic Attack.
All right, big RC. Just to fall down, but I like that. Had the reversal spell ready to go. Forcing the burst up from Druice. Almost out of mana, keeping it safe and solid. Oh, what a blast attack.
And we're just hiding behind our staff there. Safe within our cube. There it is, return to the killing machine. Get those plus frames, 6P, what an answer.
Explosion gets a guard break. The tech on the throw. Daze still not out of it, but has to be careful. We have the fast forward staff, and we have plenty of tools to refresh mana. 6P, gonna draw more in the overhead, yeah, from that range. It is just so fast. There's so little like recognition against it. The only thing you could really do is see that that's in hand.
Exactly.
But at that range, there's still 2D available on the side of Asuka. So you're gonna get hit by the low into overhead. You have to worry about that. So it's just like you were just guessing. It's a straight up 50-50, and that's just the true essence of card games.
Yeah, right? It's all about the luck of the draw, what you have in your hand to deal with it. But there we go, trying to utilize the bear dive to get in, sent full screen thanks to the cubic pressure. Simple geometry.
Follow my lead.
And Grandma Boo coming through with the prime for 6 months. Thank you so much for the support.
Thanks, Boo. Appreciate you. Overhead. You saw Daze standing up, and now it's just like, too many things coming at you, and that's the hard part. It's just spell after spell going up against the one and only Asuka R. Cruz. Asuka R. hashtag.
It seems like, you know, we're learning the matchups too, right? Because Asuka is the newest character in the game, and he's not as well seen as a lot of other characters. So it kind of feels honestly like it's difficult for Bridget to get in when the cubes are just being sent all over the place, right? You don't get an opportunity to set up your yo-yo and maneuver around the screen. But Daze, with no issues in this round, getting the Star Platinum or through the wall.
All right, yeah, one touch. And then you can throw from that. I like that. Yeah, just any one hit, no problem. You ain't got a mana shield to protect it. You got nothing going. Daze needs this round to tie things up. But let's see what you can do here, right? You gotta watch out because there's some really good spells. And instead, it's gonna be the low into full sequence. Great damage. Guard break again. Man is looking up. Druice looking up. And Daze looking down, watching out for these overheads. So no overhead spells ready to go yet.
And look at all these cubes just locking you down. You can't even jump out of the corner because of how large the cubes are. But we do get a nice sweep there. Answers back with a sweep of his own, and there's the demonic tutor. What are we drawing?
Oh, we're drawing the burst out. That's what we're gonna do. Daze, that's one of those frustration bursts where you're just like, oh my god, you froze time. You not only pulled stuff out of your deck, you stopped time just to chill out for a little bit, get the timing you needed to set stuff up, and absolutely phenomenal. Because again, that super's so cool because it freezes time, lets you swap out the decks in between hand, and also swap cards out too, all the while.
Yep, that's exactly why I call it the demonic tutor. That's the magic card that lets you search for any card in your library.
And apparently in their library, and in the person playing next to your library, it's just
exactly.
This card lets me go to my sideboard. That's how you know I'm playing some unformat here.
Here we go. We have a lot of cubes on deck, but now we're out of mana, all tapped out. Daze making the switch to Giovanna. Let's see if it works better for Daze than it did for Razzo, though.
Well, the offense is looking a little bit better here. And Druice getting tagged out, getting the wall break. Not enough, because that defense from the mana shield, always really strong.
All right, the patience here from Druice knows we can't just throw out buttons willy-nilly. Sends out the cube.
Can throw that out willy-nilly, no problem. And okay, some damage is coming up. These 2Ds coming through, no problem. You're worried about the overhead. And the challenge. Overhead coming through.
Oh no, we swapped it out.
Instead, try to just make some space, but nowhere to run. Back against the wall.
All right, not a bad opening hand here as well. Now we have the orb on deck. Yeah, I like how we're just spending the cubes to try and get to our more powerful cards, right?
Hey, this is a different test case. We're seeing some different spells come out. Although the burst comes out, we have the...
I actually don't know what this one does. This staff that's on him.
I think it's the gravity one. That could be the fast forward staff. I think it might be just the fast forward staff. The cubes are just a bit faster.
Here we go, charging on pressure as well.
Same strategy Razzo did. Have half bar, use it just for the plus frames dive. Man is out. That's not enough yet. Needs one more hit. OTG might have been able to do it, but the throws are going to actually be making wrap up. And again, the offense on Geo is really strong here. As we saw kind of like bits and pieces from Razzo, it's just being able to chip with some good like normals as well as just those quick hits, drain the mana bar on Asuka so fast that you can really just get a one-touch game once you break them as you need to.
Yeah, and that is like the big game plan against Asuka. Once the mana is gone, all you need to find is that one touch, right? So far, Daze doing a pretty good job, but it is still a long road ahead. Has to win 2 more games straight against Druice's 1.
Right. Go again. Just relative standard cubes. No problem. Then we get the slow down on that staff. And we have a refresh on hands too, so it'll be really good. We can spend the spells. Ooh, super gonna connect off the overhead. Instead, the burst saves the day. Wow.
Yeah, so we get 100 meter and we take 50 meter plus the burst from Druice. That's a good trade for Daze if I've ever seen one.
Ooh, escapes out. Plus frames though. Lands right into Travail. Do it again. Goes Ghastly Grapher. And Generic Soda. We got a sub. We got a donation. Everything's looking great for these players. And everything's looking great for Druice as she's going to get an OTG and match point.
Wow. Able to charge mana and still get the OTG in time. That's crazy. Point blank cube to start the round off. Hit him with the book too.
Throw the book at him. Make it work. Overhead a little too high. But that 2D so deceptive. Low into overhead. It's all working out. Daze is running out of chances.
But he's going to get clipped here now. Mana is still over half, so there's the YRC. Tries to immediately go for the low. Plus frames. Nice YRC on the low attempt there from Druice.
Counter hit. There's the shield break. There's the grab.
Wow.
So much damage incoming.
But the 2D, and then we charge up our mana. It's back, but we're still not going to be able to survive, even with the defense buff. All right, here we go. Still set point for Druice, though. Oh, we have the reversal on deck, too. You know we're holding on to that.
Very, very potent, important card. Right now, pressure's on. There it is. Yup. Ice, Spike. Who needs Dizzy? Asuka's showing you. I got the reversal ready to go, but now you don't got any reversal. You ain't got any mana.
Your health.
Watch that life disappear. That's the real magic trick.
I've never thought I'd see a character with less health than Chipp.
Oh, and there's the tap dust. Daze answers back with Geo. 2-2. Here we go.
And all that, honestly, was just off of a misspaced fire orb. Because Druice got a fire orb on deck, got 2 of them, spent 1, but it whiffed. And so spent 1, thought it was going to be blocked, and immediately went into card draw afterwards. And that gave Daze the opening that they needed to score that hit and start running that offense. And that was all just one misspaced spell.
That's the hard part, right? You make a misplay. You play the wrong card at the wrong time, and everything just comes crumbling down like a stack, like a game of dominoes.
Oh, but now we're making the switch to Happy Chaos. When in doubt, pull the gun out.
You must do as Umisho has done before you, and right now, Daze is taking it to Happy Chaos. That pressure's on. The burst is out. A lot of life lost, but Daze is content with this. Take a little bit of chip, have the wire seat as soon as you approach. Yeah, nice.
From one wizard to another, except this time we're casting gun.
Yeah, well, Giovanna's casting foot, and there we go. Right in the gut. Match point Daze.
And so far, it's seeming like this Happy Chaos switch is working out a lot less than Asuka was. But hold on, gets the roll through, forcing the burst out of Daze.
Ooh, swap sides. Almost a pickup. Daze just actually landing a lot of damage. Close slash my beloved, and we're going to spin to win. Not enough, but the setup is going to do it. We're going to see a safe jump. No, just run up 2S.
Yep, there we go. I like the backdash too from Daze, but Druice is able to get the Goomba Stomp into his Deus Ex Machina. Absolutely, reload those bullets.
Druice, she's tightened it up. She's looking good here. Has a knockdown, has the curse. Not to worry because we have full bar. Geo up back. There's the burst. There's the catch. And Daze turns that around. Tried the Bridget. That experiment not so well. But Giovanna, the Trident, hyped up.
So we're about to get this hype match here between MFCR and Shin Phil. Yo, we got the denim coat on.
I gotta look snazzy. That's the purple coat. All right, a little deep purple. Looks good on him. Baiken already in the corner. Shin Phil under pressure. MFCR comes a knock and gets the grab. RC wall break. Nice and clean.
Already in full control at the moment here for MFCR. Gets the dash up throw into the RC. That is round number 1. No, but we missed the back turn overhead. Okay, hold up.
Okay. Because we have those grounded cross-ups, but you know what? MFCR is going to find the hole. And with the meter there, right? Always going to have to show a little bit of respect to Leo White. Get punished. It's good. Nice.
Oh, OTG with the 2D as well. Just want to keep that pressure going. Don't care about the Oki.
Yeah, a little unsafe here. And again, Shinphil trying to get it too heavy. Just not working out. MCR's staying at that perfect range, getting punishes different ways.
Oh, but the run up Yozansen. The burst actually puts Shinphil into the corner. That is huge for MFCR. Should be able to take it right here with the super as well. There it is. Who wants the pizza?
I do. Have some in the fridge, actually. Stuffed crust.
I'm jealous.
Dude, I mean, Pizza Hut's not the best, but it's what the one I get from is consistent, and that's like, I mean, I'm not living in a super pizza area. Houston's like got some good places, but none that like are close to me in the suburbs. But so I'll take consistency. But I got the box, and it had the new TMNT movie on it, like some custom, like some like crossover images, and I was like, yo, this is dope. This takes me back.
Get some Za, watch some gear. I had taquitos, but you know.
Oh, those are good. I got some in the freezer. I gotta heat those up probably tomorrow. Thanks for reminding me.
Let's see if MFCR can heat things up here. Able to bait out the burst after the overhead. MFCR looking like a man possessed. There's the super through the wall.
Hey, you know, you deal with Baiken's BS. And I think Leo's in a good spot to deal with it. I know Lord Knight, one of the best premier Baikens, is on a quest to figure out the Leo White Tank matchup. It's one of the trickiest ones to navigate as Baiken.
Yeah, I can definitely see how that would be as well, right? But utilizing that JS is a good start. Baiken has some really solid air normals to deal with Leo. There we go, trying to poke out, baits out the burst in kind.
Okay, cross through, that Q with it, but MFCR again, more than happy to bust out. Really no fear there on his side. I got meter, I'm gonna let it rip.
And now we're gonna have plenty of meter with that positive bonus. There's the BRC forward. Patience coming from Shinfil. Maybe a little too patient in some aspects, right? We gotta turn things up a little bit here, kind of brawl with MFCR.
Fade away.
There we go.
No! You maybe thought it was the slash version? Shinfil jumped up, got, and it's gonna not die, but yeah, there you go. Ah,
That is tragic. I would be tilted. If I was Shinfil, I'd be tilted. I'd be done.
they spent half a bar to like, aha, gotcha. But MFCR let the heavy one rip and just like, yeah, oops. I am serious. That's just such an oopsie. It's like, no. Your reversal should hit me. Hold on. Just face plant. Now Shinfil is gonna have to win 3 the hard way. 3 the hard way. See if they can make it happen. Unless they're not gonna make it easy.
Now we gotta see if luck is on their side. Already trying to fish with that Kabari here to catch MFCR, overextending a little bit. Maybe catch it with normal. Now we get the pressure going in. Challenge with the dash of 2K, forcing the burst out of Shinfil. And hiding behind the tatami with the gun.
Alright, okay. You see Shinfil going really hard on the Eisenstern baits. Really trying to make sure they can manage. Nice backdash catch with tatami. We'll see how MFCR reacts. Excuse me. I'm expecting some 2Ds, expecting some more drop kicks, but we'll see as now Shinfil's got momentum, gets the burst out, and has a great lead. Let's go.
Beautiful confirm off that 2H. Is able to grab the DP as well. Empty jump throw again, trying to bait out these DPs. Tries to go for a third time and has the PRC to cover into the parry. Predictable.
Oh, baby. Shinfil. So the last 2 games were just Phil, right? That was just Phil and a little, just normal, average. I put my sock on, my pants on, sorry, 1 leg at a time, Phil. No, this is Shinfil activated, right? He goes to bed in his jeans. He's waking up ready to go, okay? He is not giving anything up and wasting any time right now.
I fear a man who sleeps in his jeans. That is not someone I want to catch in the streets, all right?
All right, here we go. Shinfil on the board, but ooh, what a great air-to-air. Starting things off with some huge damage.
There we go. MCR not phased to not go for the DP. The parry getting blown up there by the 6H, by the overhead, excuse me.
Yeah, the delay overhead is kind of like a built-in, right, for that. If you do wake-up parry, just enough delay to catch out the recovery, but 2H actually coming through pretty well here for Shinfil.
Run up 2D.
Oh, you extended out! It reached just far enough, unfortunate, and Shinfil and MFCR are going to take it to the bank.
Oh, no.
Out.
Why would you burst, Shinfil? Oh, no.
Not everyone can be your hero, dang it. Don't have to try to save the day. You're not Superman.
Part of me gets it. You had 100 meter, right? You had 100 meter, but it was just too risky. And now you are at set point with nothing to save you.
No, there is no saving you. The Leo will win the day with a pixel of life left on Baiken's side. BRC forward. Gets a throw. It's a little something cute, but now you got to make these mix-ups matter. You got to make them go crazy.
Oh no, both of them taking to the sky.
And then just MFCR goes for the super jump, gets pulled back in for the happy chaos. We know Jack doesn't play around. He's gonna go in with his boss character. Is trying to go on a streak here at TampaNeverSleeps as well. So let's see what they can do.
All right, Jack. Right now, having to block a lot of this Bridget pressure coming out. A lot of resetting pressure as well with the roll. But there's the Aura Star Platinum on the bear. Oh, and the challenge after the trade. Very nice stuff from Daze. A solid first round. Jack just kind of playing the very patient defensive game. Let's see if that was gathering data or not.
I'm curious to see how it goes. Again, we have a long, first to three as always. But Daze, using a great character for this kind of matchup. You have such good buttons to contest, and the approach is so hard to stop. Especially when you're only you can use 6P as Happy Chaos. Your gunshots may work out if you're careful, but once the yo-yo's in front of you, Bridget can just really kind of wait. You'll see, I think, a lot of the non-active hitbox yo-yo get thrown out because all Bridget has to do is kind of wait a little bit, and then you have to respect it before it retracts, and that'll let her zoom in. So it's really interesting how the mid-screen goes, as I don't think Jack is going to be able to act as freely as they'd like.
I think Bridget also just has really solid buttons to poke against Happy Chaos, right? We've been seeing a lot of that 5H coming out from Daze already being represented. And that far slash is great as well. Remember, you can also just double tap the button if you confirm that hit, and then you're already pushing Happy Chaos closer to the corner, exactly where you want him.
And again, yeah, Jack going for broke, Daze going for broke, looking good. He's content on getting these wall breaks, and he's doing a fantastic job. Again, the approach has been clean. Jack has not really contested it much. Hasn't got any offense started, which when he does, will be able to control things and make it work out, but it's just all been Daze from the start.
Firmly in the driver's seat here again with another dominating round. Jack still holding on to the burst though. It's a matter of when it's going to come out, not if.
Yeah, finally gets a curse on, gets a knockdown, can start things up, and there it is. That's been the tried and true, just to roll forward with the curse active to make that so difficult having to block.
There we go, Daze Ex Machina coming on out. Daze never asked for this. Back on the ground. Not going to go for the curse. Instead, we just go for the guard break, rushing right on in. Going to be able to close out the round.
All right, fantastic stuff from Jack. Just trying to tie things up here. I mean, Daze has been looking good. Tried to dive down, but took the bear out of the sky. Jack, don't miss. Takes the burst, puts the curse. And now it is time for this good pressure. There's the roll through, no combo, but the homie comes through.
Oh, there we go. Gold burst coming out. What a cross up with the JP, and he gets the full confirm off of it. Are you kidding me? Crap.
There's always something new, I'm telling you. Every time, Happy Chaos players just have every little gimmick, every little trick. You're worried about the taco. You're worried about that foot catching the other side. No, it's the delayed crossover where the character actually turns around and manages to get the overhead. Stuff like that is just so tricky to deal with, especially because the timing is so weird.
JP is such a gross button. Why does he have that? Why is it so good? Why are all his buttons so good? Why is this character, right?
Because they said, oh, he's missing a heavy slash. Oops. We gotta make his other button great to compensate. Oh wait, his heavy slash is godlike.
Here we go.
But it's all good.
JP, just making sure
Get into him, right? Run him down. Get hit. Don't worry, he's got no supers on wake up. Just get close. It's that easy.
Who would win, a man with a gun or a girl with a bear? Oh, nice whip punish there with the 5H, and that's what we like to see. 5H is such a strong whip punish tool.
Right, pressure's on, and the shot is out. In the corner you go. Phase, not phase. All right, looking like Leo. Getting the drop kick. Point blank low with the back dash. I like it. It's going to be a great spot. I mean, there's a wire C available, which is going to work right there. Perfect timing.
Yeah, speak of the devil.
Nice. Oh, and they were nice. Not nice. I think Dave was really scoping that out, but it was Jack who was one step ahead.
I also thought for a second that it was Daze who got the air throw, too.
I was expecting it. That's what the PRC was for, right? But again, Jack was maybe going for at least a tech. And speaking of tech, moving in, gets the hit. This is a big round. He goes in the lead here, 2-1 with Jack, Happy Chaos, or Daze, Bridget. Oh no, get away, young lady. Back into the corner you go.
Yeah, man, the sucker punch with the 6S sent through the wall. 50% of your health clean gone. But Daze is not out of this yet here. We've already seen them dominate game number 1. They just need to find that momentum.
I don't know what they can do here. They eat a hit. It's going to be big damage instead. We're going to go for my killing machine. No, we're going to wait with the bar here. Maybe set something up if we can.
Oh, we try to go for the rolling attack in, but what a trade! 5D, full confirm. But the burst comes out, and now you're stuck at full screen again. It's time for the shooting gallery.
Yeah, all bullets, full concentration, run up dust, should be enough. And Jack's gonna go up 2-1.
Yeah, already adjusting very well. I mean, that first game was all Daze, but the truth about that first game is that Jack was unable to get any offense started at all, right? Now that we're seeing Jack finally get a chance to play the game, it's looking a little bit different. It's looking way more competitive.
Yeah, well, if you call one-player games competitive, then yes. Jack went straight into the shooting range, like you said, the gallery, and was just taking pot shots at Daze, and Daze was just trying to navigate. He got walked into the wrong end of the booth at the carnival, and was just dodging bullets left and right. Hasn't worked out in the last 2 games. Let's see what they can do here in their last chance to stay in top 8 winner's side.
Oh, what a challenge there, too, just with the 5K to prevent Bridget from setting up the yo-yo.
Oh, yeah, this is all Jack. There's not a skip in their step here. Aiming to be the back-to-back TNS champion for Strive. Thank you for the raid, Boston Bluebeat, purveyors of fine anime games every week. So that's really cool to see y'all support. And here goes Jack, gets to cross through side swat. Oh, this is a tough spot for Daze with the wall stick, right? Deus Ex Machina. There'd be a curse, gonna be fully loaded. Daze has one shot here.
Let's make this the best final round of our lives, Jack. Oh, a challenge with the 2S. Rolling on in, straight into the gold burst. That was a genius reaction there from Jack. Gonna be able to close it out too, baiting out the burst with the PRC. Jack moving on in top 8 winner's side.
Guys and bruises. Let's get it.
We don't get any bongos though in the music. Instead, we do get, I believe this is a blissful.
This is Simple Life.
A Simple Life.
Simple Life, yeah. Original theme from XX4, just Guilty Gear XX. Great song. I love it.
That soundtrack's so good.
It is so very happy.
All
So right now, let's see how happy Umisho can get. Is right now MFCR. Ooh, gets grabbed. So that's the first call out on the reversal and into the safe jump. Here we go.
Ooh, and the wall bounce as well. Breaking the wall with the 5P, we don't actually want to spend the super there. We want to hold on to the meter for pressure. Gonna be able to close it out this time with the Bandit Bringer.
I like that advantage you kind of have. Umisho doesn't give up the...
nowhere.
Oh, God. So Umisho not wasting the bar. Oh, here we go. And almost high enough to avoid the burst. Not good enough for us.
Oh no! Unfortunately pushing ourselves a little out of range there for the throw. That was thanks to the FD, right? That's why FD could be so solid. Just a little extra pushback.
Look at this pressure here from Umisho. So good at setting up like jump heavy, recovers really fast. So if you try to reversal it, Soul's gonna be able to land no problem in a lot of spots. MFCR though. Nice damage, gets the wall break. Not going down without a fight.
Yeah, life nearly evened up, and that positive bonus is definitely gonna gain us some meter here. And MFCR still a threat. Just needs to find the touch.
Oh, I like this. I like this pressure. Yup. Big counter hit. Yeah, keep it simple too. Super unburstable, wall break finish. Too smart, MFCR. Don't let anyone call you a gorilla. You got big brain time when you need the most.
Oh, absolutely. We love MFCR here, all right? Shout out to Miguel. That's why he's TNS. But here we go. Far slash into the 5H. The hitbox on that deceptively large. Looked like we were trying to bait out the burst there, but weren't quite able to get it.
And not good enough, but still. Now both with a similar resource pool, but with Umisho finding the cleanest of hits. And again, saving the bar. Wants to be able to hold on to it and essentially get the final confirm or get a call out just in case.
Oh yeah, but there we go. Umisho calling out the throw attempt from MFCR. This time though, gonna get clipped. Oh, the throw whiff again, but Umisho not even budging.
No, didn't get the combo. Interesting. Now, MFCR said, all right, you want to sit there and block, that's fine. Oh, punish comes out. Last chance MFCR. This might work out.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be enough to kill. This is crazy. Oh, the dash up 5D is enough to close out game number 1 there for MFCR.
Yeah, fumble. Umisho like dropped everything when she got the big hit in the corner, trying to go for the side swap. So unfortunate circumstance to end of it there, but you know MFCR is going to take those opportunities and roll with it. So I want to see just the back and forth, and if you get chances, if you get opportunities, no matter how small, you take it because it's all war of momentum.
100%
at this level. Yep.
I mean, that's Strive in general. Such a momentum-heavy game. You really need to capitalize on those chances when you get them. Here we go, scoring the back throw. Oh no, the shimmy. Yeah, forcing the burst out of MFCR. Unfortunately, that burst not gonna take us much of anywhere except straight into the next round.
All right, another strong stuff from Umisho. It's so bad, guy. That man hits hard, puts big pressure. It's just trying to win out in a slugfest is asking to get your butt kicked, side swap, throw into the safe. But looks like in his timing, slightly from Umisho, MFCR gets a chance to get out.
All right, backdashing there on the 6P attempt. I like the movement that we're seeing here from Umisho so far, right? Checking with that 2S as well, but this time does actually run into the 6P.
You're just seeing that. Both players trying not to overextend, but Umisho taking advantage of the situation. Has to be careful. Wants to wait it out. MFCR has all the bar in the world.
Yeah, didn't have the meter, unfortunately, there for the super to close it out, so had to rely on the Fafnir, but only needs one more touch. MFCR, of course, sitting on that 100 meter. Gonna spend a lot of it here.
Ooh, gonna go for the one touch, the grab, RC, no throw.
But that's 100 meter on Umisho's side. Oh my god.
Oh, the Hail Mary, but no good. Your fireworks don't mean squat, and that was a good just BRC up, wait out, and MSCR rolled the dice and unfortunately landed on Snake Eyes.
Yeah, you know, I loved the idea, but unfortunately not working out there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it hits, you have all the bar you can work with, it's no problem, but Umisho just, again, a measured approach. I can use BRC, see what you do, and act accordingly, and it worked out great.
Well, let's see now if MFCR can gain back some of that momentum here. Umisho tying things up. And already looking incredibly clean. Great adaptation here. We talk a lot about how Soul is an open world character, right? It feels like any hit can lead into really solid confirms. There's the wake up SDP. Very difficult to punish even if you bait it out. All right, but I like the way that MFCR is kind of backing up and, you know, recognizing that Leo has the range advantage over Soul. So if we can utilize that to score those whiff punishes, we can get that early life lead.
Guess what? Umisho content on pressing forward. Oh my god! Tiger knee. Big time damage coming through, all the meter in the world. The YRC, the run up and the bust out. Okay, good for MFCR. Felt like, yeah, Umisho waiting for a burst, You know, counter hit is always kind of a point where you're like, all right, they're gonna go all in, they're frustrated, they're gonna throw it away, no good. And MFCR more patient with that.
Yeah, he's pretty reserved with his bursts. Really knows when to use them in the high danger situations, right?
All right, okay. Speaking of there, right? You have no meter to cancel. But just not too scared of it, so it worked out good.
All right, backdash 2. Both players just disengaging. Trying to play the splitsies game. There's the punish, but rushes right it in. Forced to block the 6H. The backdash is going to get caught, and we have a full route into a clean hit DP.
Ooh, cut the dash forward. DP's not enough, so I'm sure we're going to get a chance here. I'm going to just get up close. Ooh, drop kick. The tried and true.
That might have been the missing sauce that MFCR needed there. Gets the run-through attempt, but wasn't able to quite bait out the burst. Oh, the Vortex, so scary, but utilizing the gun flame to cover the Vortex to make sure that you don't get punished. Perfect, a genius move there from Umisho.
2K gets a hit. Umisho tying up the rounds. Like this, just like you said, great decisions. Little by little, except there. MFCR wake up, dash forward. All right. Both players just checking each other every time. 6P doesn't get the follow-up, and knockdown's not bad.
Yeah, both these players with such high fight IQ, and the way that Umisho is utilizing Soul's tools in such unique ways, like using that gunflame to cover the Vortex. So smart. But here we go, Mortal Counter, getting the connect, straight into the launcher combo.
Right, throw MFCR's time to shine, that's gonna be it. Works the first time, works the second time. You think you're safe in the corner, but that change they dropped on Leo, being able to cross you up, gives up the corner. But with meter for RC, it doesn't matter because you still get the side swap. So it's just such a deadly tool when you think that you're safe just holding down back.
Yeah, absolutely. But MFCR is now threatening to send Umisho to the loser side of the bracket. Here's the question. Are we sticking with Soul or are we making the switch to Happy Chaos? We're sticking with Soul. I like it.
Right. It's always nice to see the full commit. Again, their Soul's been absolutely stellar, and it's not going to give up right now. Knowing that they're not dealing with who they're Happy Chaos, so they're content to just let this be the ride or die.
Here we go. Good start for MFCR, getting 50% of Umisho's life as well as the positive bonus. That is a big snowball with under like just 10 seconds in the round.
And you know what Umisho does to answer it back is literally run up, grab, second grab, try to go for a third one, didn't quite work, and then you throw in your 2D, get that out of here. My 2D is unthrowable and airborne. Who do you think you are, Leo?
Here we go. The headbanger pressure is going. MFCR sitting on 100 meters. So you see Umisho has to be so respectful of the threat of DP.
All right, match point. MFCR going to meet Check in winter finals. They get this one win. We're going to see Leo versus Happy Chaos yet again, or Umisho going to find their way with a big counter hit into DP, a good chunk of damage, but need more where that came from.
Uh-oh, tried to go for the empty jump there, possibly to bait out a DP, but MFCR been very patient. I don't think we've seen many DPs, if any at all, so far in this match.
All right, so yeah, been a lot of throws. Overhead counter hit, say goodbye. Ooh, chunky damage, I like it. Into the setup.
The DP out.
So much meter here. RC forward, and Q with it. Oh,
more touch here for MFCR. Has the meter also. Just needs to be patient, but the DP, that's been happening since plus R, okay? Since before plus R. Bandit Bringer into DP. It's true.
Back at you, though. Leo, he still ain't the only one that can dash up or move forward uppercut. MFCR taking it through it. And that's not even 7 in-game seconds. Over half-life already gone.
Wow, the 5H, the range on that.
We're getting angry here. Nice PRC, enough time for the charge. Counter connects. Next hit wins.
Maybe it wasn't that guard point, and we're seeing all these shimmies come out from MFCR, but has to chase Umisho down. The Bandit Bringer getting us out of the corner, and there it is. MFCR sending Umisho to the loser side of the bracket.
onward and upwards. Winners finals is the destination. MFCR. And sometimes you don't even have to wield it like you mentioned. All
Now
right,
it's
SQ
time
versus Marvelo. Here we go again.
Classic.
Once more, Marvelo cannot escape his fate, dealing with SQ Ram. We talked about the score count between these two. SQ has a hefty lead in the head-to-head. Marvelo's got some dents and some wins, but she's still heavy in the lead.
It would not be a Strive bracket without Marvelo and SQ facing each other. And already SQ, substantial likely here that positive bonus is going to be good for defense as well. But instead, we're going to spend it for offense to try and close this out. Windshield wipers. Oh, Mortabato. I didn't even notice that the meter built up that fast.
No, Ram is always going to get quick bar, especially if he gets a wall break. It's pretty insane, both these characters with positive bonus. Already SQ finding those early hits. Didn't get a 6P. Now he's got to hold on to this. Oh, here we go.
All right, just resetting the pressure over and over. I like the fast PRC as well. Marvelo going for the wall break here to gain some of that meter back.
Respect the bar, though. Oh, instead, nice whip punish. Just up back. Hit a nice jump D, and that's a good timing. I mean, there's a lot of recovery on far slash. Chipp with that good movement can find a way around. Well, I think that's picked the perfect time. Now we're going to see who takes game one as Ram is on the attack. SQ putting pressure on. Hasn't started up her throw game yet, which has been a really strong part of her game. Now with a knockdown. Oh, drops the last hit of the record, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was interesting interaction there. Now your back is up against the wall, having to deal with this Chipp pressure. Nice 6P on the other side. SQ spends the burst really quick there. Does not want to allow Marvelo to get any momentum started.
Oh, punish though, nice. Almost a full conversion, not quite enough, but still gotta respect SQ. She has a lot of bar. One more Mortabato is all it's gonna take to finish the job. Oh, had the hit, didn't confirm.
Oh, and there we go. Resetting into a throw. OTG plus frames. YRC finally comes out.
Oh, the counter hit. Chance for a burst in just a second. Or 5P. Oh, the sword hits the explosion. No.
That was actually genius from SQ, though. We ran forward to make sure that Marvelo was put on screen to be hit by the explosion of the sword.
Oh my goodness, it was so tricky because you couldn't really see it there, which just amounted to so much. The explosion connects Marvelo in a spot where he thought maybe I wouldn't get touched by it, but it was very hard to judge.
Yeah, come on, guys. We have $67 in the Matcherino. These guys are playing way too hard not to get more money. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. Bring that up. Utilize the sponsor quest and toss in a couple of dollars if you're able. Let's support these players on the road to EVO.
Partial good. SQ doing what she does best. RC into big damage in the corner. Positive bonus Ram. This character gets nasty with the free bar. She'll just run you down. Hits the fadeaway, getting the touch, the light hit into Darlo. Absolutely insane. All Marvelo did was put a hand out. And then,
that's that Street Fighter, all right? SQ's been playing that Street Fighter lately. You want to clean up your whiff punish game? You want to learn some of those skills? You go play Street Fighter for a little bit, and all that stuff will help get you better at Guilty Gear.
Ram with footsies. What a dangerous character. That SQ continues to push the envelope. Nuts. Absolutely crazy. Pistachios, almonds, almonds.
He's going to get clipped by a jump and counter hit. Into the reset. Same side.
Yeah, good wire seam. Uses that effectively. And you're dead.
Oh yeah, this is going to hurt. No, not quite. Didn't have enough meter.
Yeah, needed to walk for a little bit more. RC, okay.
You're crazy. Uh-oh, BRC. Such a slowdown. The slowdown prevented Marvelo from actually being able to punish the whiffed grab.
The layers. BRC whiff grab. Oh no. I whiffed a throw. I'm so dumb. I made a mistake.
You thought. Just kidding. Hold this. Here we go. SQ up 2-0. This has been Marvelo's bracket demon. Honestly.
Duel 1.
Yeah, for sure. Again, time and time again, they just face off, especially both some of the strongest of their characters. But end of the day, SQ just has the right answers and makes Marvelo's life just so tough. Hey, finds a little something. That's good, but still with meter here. More to bottom. Okay, big punish. Nice. I mean, SQ risked it for the biscuit. Didn't quite work out for her, but still, as long as you got a little bit of life, might be able to make it count.
Oh, no. The wall break just a little too early. If we could have squeezed in one more hit there. But that's all right. 6P. Give him the oos.
Gouge his eyes. Alright, Marvelo on the board with a round, but has to turn this into a game. Alright? Can't just sit tight here, especially against SQ when she's scheming. There's the big jumps. Jump cancel into jump heavy. Such an awkward hitbox to deal with. You see, Marvelo is happy to backdash and get out of there.
Oh, but there's the burst coming out from SQ. Didn't want to get sent through the wall, but it's still stuck in the corner.
Nice. I like this.
Yeah, gets
Perfect
through
spot.
the wall anyway.
Has the positive bonus. Get bar, looping split, wire sees immediately. Now I just have one touch to finish the job, but SQ's finally going for some grabs. Yep, here we go. She knows I need to get damage and fast.
And all that meter is gone from Marvelo now. But wow! The dash jump J2K. I don't think I've ever seen that option come out to escape from the corner like that.
Yeah, that was intense. It was so like the placement of it, especially because SQ was moving forward. No one was ready for that spot. I think Marvelo even knew, like, God guide my blade and may it strike true. All right, on the board, but still in a tough spot. Excuse me, she's up 2-1. She's looking good here, and again, the track record will tell you, don't bet against her against Marvelo. I mean, you put your chips on them, you put your channel points on them, you can get a chance for a big payout, but you know, it's a rough road out here for all the Chipp bros.
All right, let's see. Taking a little bit of a breather. SQ thinking about it. You don't want to get overwhelmed in this situation, right? You have this 2-1 lead. Marvelo was able to bring one game back. Here we go, hopping back onto the sticks now. I like it. Take a deep breath, take a swig of water, right? Don't get overwhelmed.
Yeah, talk to the chick. You know, I know she's streaming. Talking to her chat a little bit, just having some fun with it. You can always find her streaming her tournament runs and having a good time on her channel. Here we go. Game number 4 already. Here we go. Showing out more throws. There we go. I like that. Force Marvelo to whiff. And now this is all SQ as the mind games taking form. Yeah. Yeah.
I love
this is life. This is Chipp. Oh, the Trident, the Akuma archetype. I got everything. I ain't got any life. And right now, it doesn't look like it has any life right now. As SQ is just tearing right through it.
Yeah, one more touch is all SQ needs, especially with the meter on deck. But Marvelo will build meter back up. It's all about baiting that out.
All right, small Mortabato. She's waiting for it. She's scheming.
Ooh, and the online local coming through with the big raid. Hope your stream went well, and welcome just in time for top 8.
Ooh, it's over. Just in time for Darlo RC finish. And SQ again adds another mark on the chalkboard in the score between Marvelo. Dany's been a treat to watch. This Kai is absolutely fun to watch.
This is just Kai, but in robes. It looks the same.
I mean, a little bit, sure.
Well, one's American, one's French, so.
Oh,
but
there's the quake. Watch your toes. It's so, again, paying attention to all the stuff that Druice is ready to go. She is so on point with just managing the different spells. And she knows what test case she likes to use, although Druice is going to not get the full punish. Sorry, yeah, Dany's not getting the full punish, but still one touch away Oh, but 2D, yeah. Spell, love casting those into the overhead, but Dany enters back.
Yeah, it should be enough to kill here. DP. Oh, we don't even need it. Ride the lightning is what's coming through instead. Did you see how little damage that actually did?
That shield is ridiculous. The
It is.
mana shield, again, this coming in with just some great tools for like a mid-range kind of zoning character that really feasts on knocking you down and setting you up into some BS. And again, the fadeaway into the Netron, into just, oh my god, the pressure.
Uh-oh,
Insane.
dark magic attack! And tying things up in rounds.
Oh, this character's so cool.
I love Asuka. He's so sick. I never thought I'd say that, actually.
I mean, Druice did such a great job of it. Although, up back in the corner, you're in the Kai zone. Have to watch out. They're half mana already gone.
Yeah, and you're not only in the Kai zone, you're in the Dany zone, Raph.
Mexico?
You're right, the Mexican Kai. Coming in fierce, but there's that 2D, recharging some of that mana as well. But you're not going to be able to escape. Dany is so good at jailing you in the corner. Nowhere to run, but your shield keeps Druice alive.
Yeah, it is the first game in the set. And Druice is going to take the shot, gets the hit, but Dany surviving and living pretty good here. Yeah, charge stun edge is going to blow through all of those. But the sphere, pixel life left. Druice cannot take a single hit, and Tap Dust is going to do it. Dany up 1-0.
And one great thing, too, about this matchup, at least for Dany, on Dany's side of things, he is so proficient at utilizing the stun edges more than really any other Kai that we see, right? When it comes to his fireball game, his air fireball game, and he's using them really well to prevent Druice from just sitting back, casting spells, drawing cards, and recharging mana to really keep him moving, or keep her moving.
Yeah, it's important, right? I mean, that's Kai's like MO, having such great mid-range tools, and especially with the bar. You have, Stun Dipper always got to worry about. Food Arc is a great tool to go over a lot of normals. So a lot of little tricks that Dany can do to close that gap. And right now, Druice immediately just casting some good cubes just to get that space and get her good spells ready to go. She has the overhead used up. Explosion actually, big whiff. That's a lot of mana gone, and already no burst. Next hit from Dany could spell disaster.
Yeah, and I love this. It's forcing Druice to jump into the air. That's where Asuka is going to be a little bit more weak, right? Of course, we can cast spells in the air, but the air buttons aren't the greatest. The forcing that is really allowing Dany to take control of the pace of the match.
And you see that too. I love that. If you hit the cube, you can special cancel. So just going for like far slash into stun edge, getting these hits at the stun dipper. It's just Dany's always 1 inch away from moving forward and pressing the attack. Takes that round and is showing a masterclass of how to deal with Asuka.
Dany letting Druice know that her Jordans are fake. Here we go. So again, sending out. Whoa, Punk the God with a big raid. What's up, Punk? Hope your stream went well. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and welcome.
Oh, this is so good. That Ride the Lightning finished off the shield. Only block one attack with the burst, saving the day just barely.
Oh, dark magic attack coming on through. Charging right in your face. You're crazy, Druice. You are crazy. Dany going up 2-0. And the new video was great, Punk, by the way. Shouts to Punk.
Oh. Yeah, that's all thanks to what happened last week on Wednesday with Street Fighter 6. And look forward to another amazing TNS tournament this Wednesday for that. KOF Tuesdays, and now back to Strive.
Here we go. Still sticking it out with Asuka. Got that Millennium Eye on deck, but can we see through Dany's game plan?
It's tough, because Dany's just entering again. Ooh, starting with an explosion. You can't counter that. Yeah, that guard break bomb.
Look at these
so
cards.
strong. Look at these spells. Double overhead, and you try to jump in. But that's a lot of the good cards gone, though.
A lot of mana
Druice.
gone as well. We have to find some room to draw here.
Okay,
And this is exactly the room that we need.
Just a little bit. Change the test case as well. So now we have the more kind of zoning-based one. A little clean hit. Wait a minute. Knockdown. Charges up. Multi-cube activate into the big juggle. Nicely
What a pickup!
done!
Love to see it. Great management of the resources there, too. Spending some of that life to get the mana back when it really counted.
And she's doing such a good job, starting with that round start explosion. There you go, swapping some cards around.
Still down to 2.
Mana 2, good spot. Yeah, multi-cube, nice.
All right, movement is working out. And see, when Druice can really stay grounded and just draw cards and cast spells, that's when she's most optimal. Dany hasn't really gotten an opportunity to force Druice into the area. Oh, what a BRC.
All right, pick a card, any card, I like it.
Demonic Tutor, what are we drawing?
We got Teleport on deck. Is they gonna block it out? There's the PRC forward. Oh no! Should be enough to finish the mana off.
Oh no, help!
Next hit does it. Next
Help!
hit does it.
Dragon install!
All right, what we got? Is Dany gonna break the curse?
Oh,
and does it! Run up meaty 5K! That was done so perfectly. To get the link afterwards, match point Dany, that was great.
Let's see though, Druice is still in this here. We can secure some momentum. Wow, what an overhead there. Dany already sitting at half health. We do have the gravity staff out here.
Oh, wake up DB. So pretty good. Dan's gonna wait to throw out a couple more cubes, but instead, Food Jar converts. Damage was there because the magic shield was gone. Runs up at the close to GG. Goodbye. Yep, it all comes down to mana.
It does.
Like any good video game, right? You're out of mana, you're out of magic points. It doesn't. All right, we'll see how that goes. But we're gonna see how this plays out. The green battle begins as Ram versus Giovanna. So Daze is picking Gio out the gate, and it's SQ already. Inched her way forward, started her grabs, blocks the burst out. Daze pretty much has to forfeit this round.
Yeah, and losing the burst is such a pain here for Daze, unfortunately. But not quite out of it yet. Gonna fight back. Never say never. Oh, okay, hold on.
Never. I said it. What are you gonna do about it?
I didn't hear no bell, all right?
And well, Daze a little under, not under the weather, but just deer in the headlights. Wasn't ready for most of it, but this round's looking a little bit sharper. They can keep SQ in the corner, but she's very good at escaping. Takes the trade off the clash, and now we're back to corner.
Yeah, plenty of meter here on SQ's side also, but the dive kick comes through, +4. Nice ID back JS, and just like that, Daze is stuck in the same situation.
Has to hope, has to pray, but jump back heavy slash. Not a bad option. Forces the burst out with the far slash. 3-hit mid. Into the close slash counter hit. It's a chunky chunk of damage. Should be able to go for super. I like it. With the wall break should be almost enough. I'm so good at putting words in my mouth enough to make it so that I can finish my sentence without actually saying if it's going to kill or not.
I appreciate that. That's an art form.
That is an art form for commentators. Every time you hear us like just putting words out there before a combo's over, it's just us buying time.
All right, here we go, sending out the swords, checking that dash out with the 2K, and able to take the burst as well. More Tabato.
Popping up with a nice bottle. Water bottle would be like a nice run. Ooh, sword comes out, and that should be the round.
Another super, just to make sure, right? We just got to make sure. No room for doubt.
Of course, we're going to put a little bit extra on top, right? Just saying, okay, that's going to be enough to make sure. You got to be optimal. Even if you know I can do something else to finish the job. Always do your big stuff. You want to make sure that you're doing the proper routing at all times. That way, when it's not going to kill, you're maximizing, you know?
Here we go, jumping straight into the next one. SQ been on a run so far, a really dominating victory there against Marvelo. Let's see if we can keep that pace up. But the far slash from Daze is going to set the pace for game number 2. Straight into strike throw.
Oh, but the immediate, I'm going to put air backdash, jump slash, and a jumble actually. Nice side swap. SQ is just happy to put Daze in the corner, and now we're at the guess. And you guessed wrong. The buzzer is sounding, and your life is depleting. SQ again, just showcasing dominance on one of the best losers runs I've seen in a long time in Strive.
Good job blocking the 2S, but baiting out the Mortabato 5H spinning dog kick with the burst. Hell of a sequence there. I choked on my water.
That'll teach you to hydrate, and that'll teach Daze to try to go for a one-hit confirm as SQ takes that round right back. Pray for Dropper.
There we go, catching the backdash with the close slash.
Okay, if it works. Throw away from the corner, gonna set up something cute. No. Nice backdash from SQ, knowing there was gonna be a cross-up attempt.
I also like SQ just dashing out of the way, resetting things to neutral. Doesn't want to get caught in a scramble situation here against Giovanna, especially when you're this low of life.
Yeah, one touch. There's a super on deck. SQ's getting whip punish. Never mind. With the meter here, potential for the round. RC goes down.
Yep, with the wall break should be enough. There we go. SQ building up burst just in time, though, going into this final round of this game.
One thing we haven't seen yet, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut, I'll talk about it when I see it, is one of SQ's tried and true attacks. Instead, getting a gray beat, interesting, purple beat. You don't see those often.
And we'll throw the throw into the OTG to set up that sword. It feels like it's always optimal to OTG with ramp.
Oh, fade away into Calvados. Goodbye! The unburstable scenario to finish the job. Daze is like, well, guess this is my life now.
Yep, and now SQ is sitting comfortably with a 2-0 lead here against Daze.
And that super used to be, this is the nerf version of that super.
Yeah.
This is nerfed quotation marks.
Hey, it's better than it ever was in Exerd, though, at least.
All right, again, Daze on early offense, but gotta be careful. SQ can find a way out at any moment. Gets counter hit for her trouble into more throws. Maybe she might throw away this round since, yeah, Daze is just on the attack. Pixel life left. Can Daze get the last hit?
Uh-oh, the SQ fighting back. Taking some of that damage, just a necessary discrepancy here. Straight into the Mortavato. Hard knockdown, SQ still in this.
Watch out. Extra careful here if you're Dazed. There's a mix-up in the low. I like that. The slowdown with the delay. Whew.
Very nice.
Could feel some pressure. Yeah, if you're Dazed, you're just like, oh gosh. I'm glad I survived. Nice whip punish. That fast ground dash working really well.
All right, strike throw starting to get incorporated in now. Oh, backdash is going to get caught, though, by the heavy slash.
RC just stays safe. Gets a, the guess. Worked out for SQ. Wall break again. Big, so much damage on that. Big advantage for SQ over the meter here. For Daze is not bad.
Yeah, but look at all the meter coming back for SQ. Not going to matter, though. Able to score the overhead, closing out the round and the game. SQ getting a point on the board. Excuse me, Daze getting a point on the board.
Yeah, I mean, that offense just went in. Daze was like, okay, screw it. I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting mid-range. I'm tired of waiting and reacting. I'm just going to just dash. Dash, dash, dash. This dash button's going to get worn out by the time this set is over. As Daze air dash, ground dash just wants to close the gap and get that pressure going. But SQ is going to work for that adjustment.
Oh, here we go. Dashing straight up with the 2K, 2D.
All right, early start for SQ. Positive bonus on Ram. Always a solid. And the block, though. Big time. No, yeah, burst was delayed just a little bit. Daze could have jump canceled the full slash, so.
All right. Checks here. There's the RC, though, coming out from Daze. 6P. Put your back
counter hit.
Wall.
Should be close to enough. Super afterwards is going to be a big chunk, but.
Quite? No,
not
quite, not quite.
It's not Calvados.
100
Not yet.
Oh,
Yo, the reaction.
There's RC.
Big block. Chip out. Wasn't enough. Oh,
The
gosh.
side swap. So smart there from SQ, though, to just go for the side swap instead of the damage because there was no way you were going to be able to kill in that interaction. And the 60.
That was the first flip, all right? SQ usually will go for that if she's trying to steal her turn back. But Daze was actually ready for the big flip. SQ betted on that. What a response. 1 round away from tying things up. Daze with those crazy, just not even reactions, just believing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the damage is racking up. There's the sword keeping you locked down, but the YRC still stuck in the sword. But able to get out with the air dash burst again. Every single time Daze escapes, they're set put right back in.
Makes it out still. Forces the bar out too. That's a lot of resources from SQ. She's putting on the pressure into the corner. Oh, left, right, weird side swap stuff is happening here. But the check from Daze, crossover, the chase down, the burst, taking a big chance.
All the patience, but does get clipped. And it's set point once again for SQ.
We got 5 heavy. More plus frames with the jump out, 6P, pressure's on. But yeah, fortunately, 2 and 4K gives up the turn. Daze gets hit, gets caught. We have super to make it hurt. Oh gosh.
That's a chunk. While the Ram theme blasts in the background.
Oh, the chase down. Wait a minute. It's huge. It's going to answer back with a wall break of their own. No super, unfortunately, but the jump heavy slash is going to be a good start.
Tries to go for the low upon landing. Oh, what a pickup!
Not enough.
Daze sitting on 100 meter. This is huge. There's the PRC. Tries to chase down with the spiral arrow and the wall bounce. Daze not able to finish the confirm though.
It's a throw. Oh my god. I was like Daze. Had super ready to go. Had meter to get a wall break and get it. Maybe you wanted to just go for the wall stick, knowing that burst wouldn't be available if they could land it, but just misjudged how much wall meter and wall health was there and available, but still manages to tie things up 2-2. Ooh, with an extra close finish, SQ with a burst in meter. Dangerous game to go for that grab, but Daze is nothing but courageous and confident.
Absolutely crazy here. There we go. Pressing a round start with the 5K.
Chase down the burst. Try to burst jump P. That's a big no-no and guilty here. And look at the damage already now. Daze on his back. A little bit of bar, but no meter and low health. That's the round.
That was a blink and you miss the time around.
Ram rounds, there's always gonna be that kind of ram round. Once she hits positive bonus, although Daze trying to turn it up with Geo and continue their offense. Has an advantage here. No wall break, but pressure is looking good and the throw is connected as well.
Yeah, but Daze controlling this pressure here in the corner. Defense from SQ is cracking. Trying to find the right opportunities to press out, but every time gets checked with that 5K from Daze, and it's final game, final round, Raph.
It's insane. Both round 1, all SQ. Round 2, all Daze. No burst yet for SQ. Daze is taking disadvantage of this, getting the bar lead, getting the corner pressure. No burst yet available for SQ. Wall break imminent, but she finds a challenge, finds the chase down, gets the side swap.
All right, YRC. Try to push Ram away from the sword. She's going to be able to pick it up anyway with the RC.
Crank the risk gauge. Scary situation for Daze. Not yet ready with a burst. Didn't get an aim here. Still waiting, taking their time.
Gauge is building up too. Burst is about to get there, but you don't get the opportunity. The Gamma Ray comes out, and that should be it.
Yup, you pressed forward. You fought valiantly.
Oh, we got the denim battle? You know, we're just getting ready for the Barbie movie coming up.
And doing the best Ryan Gosling impersonation here with the Kai. I can see him playing Kai in a Guilty Gear movie.
That. I want it now. Let's be honest, Kai would probably be played by like Timothy Chalamet or whatever. But let's Daze coming through with the raid. Thank you so much. Hope your stream was enjoyable.
Dany is just going to town. And I love that. I'm going to whiff. Psych! You thought I wasn't going to stun them.
There we go. Faking out the jump in. Trying to bait out that DP or the 5K anti-air there from Umisho.
First back. Dany knows. Early burst here, especially with the round lead. So knows that they'll have another round again no matter what. Although here comes Umisho with the big block. Doesn't get a huge punish, and Danny's like, tight, I'll do it again. If all I'm gonna lose is like a little bit of life, I might as well just let it rip.
Oh, there we go. What a DP. Still able to get the pick up afterwards into another clean hit. Wall is broken, but we didn't have the super to close it out.
I'm smelling a run-up DP from Umisho. As soon as she finishes blocking, she's waiting for her chance. Yo, never mind.
Ooh, the 2D.
Yeah, 5K 2Ds. This time it's Dany not watching his legs.
Oh!
The haymaker at round start? Man, Kai ain't looking this pretty right now after that one.
My man's got to rearrange his nose, all right?
Who's the dentist in Guilty Gear? Well, we got a doctor, but who's checking these guys' teeth right now? Because all the guys are over the floor as Umisho. RC for 2 quick ones. Gets the hit, gets the punch off the walls. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is off the Fafnir.
Game number 1 here for Umisho. Looking incredibly clean in the Soul versus Kai matchup.
Yeah, ridiculous. Dany controlling that first round so well than Umisho's. What if I just did 5 heavy round start? What if you ran into my fist? What happens then?
You know what my actual dream is for Strive, Raph?
What is it?
That they turn Kai's fireball back to blue. My actual dream.
Yeah, make it like plus on block like Slash.
Yes.
Look at that. All right, game 1, Umisho. M.Rages Umisho. Gonna see them at Evo all dripped out in some of the coolest like game-related merch.
Absolutely. Hey, M-Rage, if you're watching, I already tweeted at you. You liked it on Twitter. Give me the Axel jacket, all right? I'll model it for you.
All right, here we go. Dany, big pressure. Again, that first round went to Dany last game pretty good, so I like this control, especially going over lows with food draw. Didn't get the knockdown from it. And
nice
a great
6P.
6P in between, yeah, that slight delay getting called out. Dany should be able to clean this round out.
All right, yeah, very solid round there from Dany, just kind of controlling Umisho's movement in the corner, especially good calling out those bandit revolvers, right? Because we know that Umisho likes to use that as a tool to get out of the corner a lot.
Interesting for Umisho, uses a lot of Soul 2D. I mean, that has always been a great button. Maybe not as great as Exert or Accent Core, but still good low, goes over a lot of under a lot of things. But Dany answering some hits with some meter, gets planted into the ground.
Oh, I like the shimmies that we're seeing. But wow, what a run under there from Umisho, able to get a full confirm as well with the anti-air.
Oof, big whiff though. Dany inching forward, 100% meter. How is he going to spend it? When is he going to stun Dipper? He's waiting. Umisho's ready, but Umisho gets a counter hit. Interesting. That should do it. Not quite.
Oh, but we are able to bait out the Ride of Lightning. Dany still has 50 meter though. And calls out the throw attempt with the JS. Nice stuff there from Umisho. Trying to get that big 2-0 lead.
Dany just wants to get a game on the board. Working hard. Good old honest Kai Kisuke getting punched in the gut. And then just wake up 6/. What a conversion into the corner. Umisho ready with all the cute stuff. And probably gonna revolver. No, just gonna 6 heavy into block stun. Get a guard break, get a big hit. No wall break yet, but next hit might be the one to seal the deal.
All right. Trying to go for that 5H fishing. I like the gun flame as well. Dany slowly pushing out of the corner here. And now just with block strings alone, pushing Umisho all the way to the other coast.
And the denial. The jumping into dust. Too much delay in between. Oh, with punish. Oh, I thought it was going to be a DP off of Umisho. Instead, there's the last burst from Dany. And to tighten everything up here, anything that Umisho does will finish the job.
Has to play this perfect, and the threat of DP is going to be so scary from Soul as well. Oh, but runs right into a knuckle sandwich. Good lord.
I mean, I'm hungry just like the next guy, but dang, you can't be taking those to the gut right now. There ain't enough Pepto-Bismol in the world to solve that indigestion you're gonna get from running into that. So, Umisho up now, 2 games. Dany popping a quick Pepto-Bismol, taking a quick pair of some Tums, maybe some Alka-Seltzer. All 3, why not? It's gonna need a cast iron stomach if Dany's gonna turn this around against Umisho.
Bro's getting all of his blood punched out right now. Here we go. Already starting to establish some pressure here with the stun edge game, but runs right into the bandit bringer. That's the one thing. Dany is doing such a good job at playing like this footsies game, but then kind of just runs into these big starters from Umisho.
Well, Dany's... All right, gets a knockdown, gets a start. And the run up 5K again. That was so perfectly timed. All right, what do you got, Dany? Show me your combos. Show me this pressure. Get this knockdown. Keep this going.
Oh, that's the end of your turn, though, and the punish with the far slash.
Can it really DP on wake up? Yeah, see, you tried. You can't even do a reversal, right? That's what we call, in layman's terms, an option select. We're selecting the options.
Yeah, and if you block there, Umisho has 50 meter to RC it to keep herself safe.
Well, if the jump heavy would have hit, it wouldn't have been the super. So it was just tied up with that. So really, really cool stuff from Umisho, showcasing some strong game plans.
Oh, there we go, trying to ban it on in for the throw, but Dany was already started there with the 5P. There we go, pushing all the way to the corner. No wall splat there. We missed the stun edge. That's unfortunate. But still, Foudre arc in, getting the low crush. There's the round.
Okay, nice job, Dany. Got something going. But still, has to be careful here. Umisho wins this round. She'll have a face-off against SQ in loser semifinals. Full confirm from Dany. Nice throw. We'll beat out a DP just in case. Foudre doesn't catch the backdash, and Umisho answers back, taking away your plus frames, taking away your turn.
Oh, and baits out the throw, but tries to go for the jump instead. That could have been a huge starter if we use 6H, but the DP into the RC is going to be a good pressure sequence here.
Doesn't get the late hit on the 5K into the link, but now Umisho used up her bar. I like this back and forth. Dany has to be careful. Nice 6P catching the backdash. Has the meter, has the burst, has to be careful.
One more touch is all both these players need. Bends that fast RC. And there's the DP. Burst is available.
Down to this. Dany has an advantage. Gets the grab and stays alive. Every Kai player, it's in their DNA. At the end of the day, full screen run up throw. Somehow, some way is going to find its mark.
That's vintage Kai. All right, let's see now. Someone said in chat, this is when Dany comes alive. Down 2-0. Has to make the reverse 3-0 to stay in this bracket here. Send Umisho packing. But can it be done? Does chat believe?
All of Mexico sending that spare upon for their boy Dany.
Look, chat, I know some of you guys have the Kai copy pasta, all right? The prayers for Dany. Let's see them. This is when Dany needs your prayers.
A lot more than that right now. This is just a far slash show. RC just to keep you under pressure in jail, and Dany's just like grasping for straws.
There we go, RC. I like the little delay as well, just in case the burst comes out.
Okay, interesting. Advantage for Dany. Gonna try to beat a burst out? Yes, we are! We're gonna wait for it at the last second. Umisho thought she was so cute, but Dany is even cuter. Wow.
Uh-oh. The prayers, they're making Dany stronger. There's the DP out of pressure as well. This is huge for Dany, having that burst off the table for Umisho.
Well, you know, if you don't got burst, you just go in. Umisho, she's doing a great job of that. Over backdash gets caught again. This is a good turnaround as Dany is putting on pressure. Has to respect the meter here. So be a little bit careful. And there's a DP in between. That string has not worked whatsoever.
And a throw 100 meter here on Umisho's side. Wake up 6P, Dany. You're crazy. But the Gunflame feint combo?
Oh my god. Dany somehow cornered themselves. Gets out. DP seeing that. Nice. Counter hit
And
too,
it's
she
going to
did.
take it to a game 5, ref.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh, the prayers, they're growing stronger. Fellow Cry Bros, please join me in prayer. Our frame data, who art in positive, hallowed be thy spacing. Our combos be done, as in strive as it is in plus czar. Give us today our daily mixes, as we block those who mix against us. And do not bring us to mash, but rescue us from scrubs and bring us to your kingdom of honesty. Amen. Let's see if Umisho can shut the prayers down, though. You know, that's the classic soul quote. What's it from, the Double X intro? God, I want nothing to do with them.
Duel 1.
You said it. I was about to hold on to it, but you got it. This is going to be one for the record books. The run under, the burst bait. Umisho coming out the gates. 0 to 60 so fast, but Dany taking a chance, taking a risk, answering back. Oh my god, yeah, this is just both these players going all out. It's just been reversal, stun dipper, reversal, stun dipper. I dare you get down again. That was the first wild throw, by the way, on the set. Always the final game gun wild throw. Umisho keeps that in her pocket. Like a lucky quarter.
Alright, here's the 2K2D into the heavy stun edge. Catching the backdash there with the far slash.
Ooh, okay. Dany picking some good spots here. It's the wall break too. I like this from them as they're turning things up and turning it around after getting kind of mollywopped.
Let's see, we might be going to a final round, but there's the DP out from Umisho. Has a lot of meter to work with as well. That goes for Dany. Doubly.
Dany just trying to find a way out. Umisho keeping him on lockdown.
You're dead.
No!
That's it. Prayers are over.
Pick a god and pray.
Crazy there from Umisho. What a set between the two, but Umisho is going to be the one to move forward.
All right, who can face off? Who can take it over here? You're gonna have Leo White Fangs double bladed action here, or just this gray guy with a gun? Let's get it.
Happy Chaos straight out of the Homestuck convention, ready to fight.
Except he's not staining the floor with gray, so I think we're gonna be okay. All right, first down from MFCR, and that's just it's really important because you want to make sure you don't get cursed by any means, especially as Leo in this matchup. Stage jump, force the bar out. Actually pretty good for MFCR, gets a counter hit, and forces the burst out. The life lead is good on side MFCR, but now you're at full screen, getting shot. Tough spot now.
All right, BRC just straight into the 5D. That's going to be the end of round number 1 here in Jack's favor. Oh, nice. Challenging right at round start. Immediately into the back turn stance. And again, this is what you do. You have to smother Happy Chaos because when you give him room, this is exactly what happens.
It's been pretty nice. Jack's defense has been on top of it, right? Ooh, with their connection, I don't know about that one. Let's give it a second here. Stabilize. One moment, please.
Yeah, you can see they're both like, hold up.
Okay, we're good. Drop kick, you know it. Hits the mark, MFCR don't miss with those.
Alright, there's the YRC, not quite able to bait that out. Oh, I like it, just jabbing the clone and then backdashing there, trying to force Jack to whiff.
One good dropkick deserves another, though. This is just becoming a battle of the footsies. Alright, should be enough. No problem here. MFCR ties up the round. I like that.
Here we go.
Jack's
nice.
defense again. Gets the grab that time. It's answering MFCR constantly.
Just putting the gun in your face. Here we go, now MFCR has control of the corner. Nearly baits out the burst. They had already committed to the 2H.
All right, crossover. Yeah, just get out of the corner, get that space. We're punished too. And Jack has just been so strong in every aspect. Offense, defense, neutral, combo routing. it's just like their stats are maxed, and they are letting MFCR know that, yeah, not even the last second burst is gonna be enough. And game 1 to Jack on the attack.
Yeah, already looking incredibly solid here against MFCR. But what's also looking solid is this match arena. We can make it even better, guys. Let's try to push to over $100 in this match arena. 150 players tonight. Some of the best players in North America. The least we can do is support them. Exclamation point match row in the chat. Get in there. Use those sponsor quests if you can't toss any money into the pot. That is free and goes a long way, all right? So let's try and support these guys.
That's right. We're having these absolute barn burners of matches, and we only have 67, 63 up there in the prize pool. Big ups to Nectwood for the $50 to really make that shine. But, you know, I'd love to see more. Appreciate y'all who are doing it. And again, it's not necessary, but it is always appreciated. Okay. MFCR doing everything they can just to crack open Jack. Finally get something going. Into the super, I like that too, so good round so far for MFCR. Nice. With that, lead the round. MFCR with a good start and a perfect. That's a good answer.
Yeah, absolutely. Not bad. It's not bad.
If the guy can't pull out this gun, he give him a pretty good chance.
Someone, quick, needs to get Jack a copy of Surviving Edge Weapons.
I was about to go, let me see if someone's going to go there. Immediately thought of the same thing, like we did last week.
We do. It's a reused joke. Hey, so does Red Letter Media, all right? They reuse their jokes all the time.
Hey, that's fine. Callbacks are all the rage, and right now Jack is calling back to game number 1 as they're starting to turn up and put the pressure on MFCR.
That's right, Raph. Here we go. Catch the backdash there with the close slash. And the round is closed out here. Burst still on both sides, though. So we're probably going to see a pretty early burst depending on who gets the first hit.
Well, I think you're going to see a burst there, yeah. When you get that headbutt close slash. And now MFCR is starting to find some good hits. So they're mixing up things little by little, and it's working out with the big super.
Hard knockdown as well. MFCR just needs that one confirm here to tie things up.
Oh, yeah, burst immediately. Saw the challenge. Chase down. I like it. Drop kick. But Jack with the patience gets out of there.
That was an interesting trade with the 2K, but either way, MFCR is still able to close out game number 2, tying things up 1-1.
Interesting. I like that situation as MFCR with that big first round. And then even though Jack was starting to get some momentum on there, MFCR knew without a burst and all the opportunity in the world, did a great job of finishing it off. Now we're going to go to game 3, tied up 1-1. You got to just put that pressure on. If you can win that round start versus Happy Chaos, your chances drastic go up. Just have to make sure you make it count and you find that one spot. Like you see MFCR backs away a little bit, found an opportunity, and now here we go, back into pressure, but Jack with a great IV into a throw.
All right, there we go. 2D RC, yeah. MFCR has been kind of misspacing the 2D so far in this matchup, which has allowed Jack to get some pretty solid whiff punishes, which is why you're seeing MFCR save the meter for it now.
Yeah, Jack just knows. I mean, if you're fighting any Leo, you know you got to be away from dropkick because you see MFCR just letting it rip. One more time! Oh. Gonna elevate off the wall. Wall break. Super? No.
All right, now just having to hold these gunshots here. Yeah, the 2S waiting for the dash forward. Jack's so patient.
Okay, 6 feet. Nicely done. I like that. Just inch forward and just RC as a tool to stop time. Looking like deal over here, just making sure we get that perfect punish. MFCR on poised to take things 2-1.
Yeah, there's the throw.
Oh,
the overhead.
Womp womp.
No burst for you on that wall splat, so there's the axe kick sending you through. Jack's got one more opportunity.
Looked at his gun, took a quick sec to see, is this loaded? Is this gonna work? I think that might be the wrap as the RC into Super and MFCR. Great job all over the place. I don't think Jack got a single shot off that round. Try to pull out the gun for just a fraction of a second. And Leo, as the king, laid down the law and said, you ain't got a license for that, buddy.
So now MFCR 1 game away from moving on to Grand Finals winner's side here at TNS. That's TNS's own MFCR.
100% right. He's doing it. He's gotten so close many times, many top 8s, top 3s. He's done big damage, but okay. All right, Happy Chaos, you got that. Fine.
What a start for Jack. Unreal.
The run-through can betray you. Hitboxes linger, and Jack will take that to the bank.
And I love the backdashes that we're seeing here, too, from MFCR, trying to force the whip punish out of Jack. Beautiful check with the 6P. Drift upwards with the RC to get that height. Make sure that we can try and get that wall splat. But the burst comes out pretty early from Jack. Doesn't want to get wall splatted. And especially since we have 100 meter, that's crazy.
All right, stepping on him. Pressure, yeah. Not going to get a slow up here, but it's okay. We're going to get that super. All the bullets in the chamber. Full concentration. MFCR can get a Hail Mary here to get something, but nah, it's just going to get shot. Oh, well, it happens.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. Like, you would have to, the meter that you had, you were going to have to spend it to stay alive anyway to not get chipped out from those ready aim gunshots. And again, the 2Ds, just misspaced on the 2Ds here, is giving Jack a lot of reward.
Right, the no-look shot takes the trick shot, takes the wall break, and now it's just a good Happy Chaos round. Didn't mean to side, that was not because Happy Chaos was winning, that was just because it was getting a little late. Sorry. Right now, Jack just doing what he does best, pulling out both guns, laying the law right back on Leo, and MFCR really needs something. The Goldlewis is pretty good.
Oh, gets the throw. PRC. Plus frames off the axe kick, tries to go for the overhead. Oh, and there we go. Clipped with the overhead, taking it to game 5.
Yeah, lockdown central, just being just put the lion in the cage. Time and time again. The zoo is no place for the lion, but Happy Chaos will be more than happy to throw Leo in there and leave him to his devices. So we got to go to a final game in winners finals. This is huge, as that grand finals winner spot can only go to one of these two titans. Will it be Jack on the Happy Chaos or Venezuela's own and TNS's own MFCR? There we go. Dash up Eisenstern. That's how we kick off a round, and that's how you tell Jack, this is my game to win.
The RC first comes out. Oh, shoots him in the run-through attempt. And I mean, it's what MFCR, what Leo players need to do, right? Is use those run-throughs to try and close the distance against Happy Chaos. A PC Genjin coming through with a $20 in the Matcherino, putting us at $87.63. Thank you so much for the support.
Ooh, double 2K, gets a hit. RC, let's go. Excellently done for MSCR, just waited for that small opportunity. His match point, grand finals bound, beats the curse out, we're not playing ball.
All right.
Last chance for Jack.
We've seen Jack make the comeback before, though. All he needs is meter, and Happy Chaos builds meter like an absolute madman. Oh, no, but the RC's coming. Yeah, recognizing the mistake from last time.
A nice fade away. Try to chase down Jack. Oh, the big bait. I like this for Jack. It's going to be a wall break with super, and now we're just going to guarantee the best case scenario.
Getting just a little too antsy about it. Here's the burst. Hold up. Burst still available on Jack's side. Tries to go for a reset. Catches the overhead. There's the burst. 100 meter for Jack. Oh, the back row RC. Final game, final round.
I like the backdash from MFCR, but not respecting the bar. Anything goes here in this final game, and 2S hits its mark. Here we go. MFCR in the corner under pressure. Nice throw. Here we go. Oh my god. The pressure here from Jack is insurmountable. This is the most offense they've really showcased. With the... Okay, gonna get the wall break. Didn't even want to work with the slump. Just wants to be back at neutral against this madman.
Oh,
The tech!
tech!
Oh my goodness, but gets caught! MFCR still with a chance.
About 100 meter here on Jack's side. There's the PRC. DP's through it! But Jack is going to get burst back in time.
Oh, the backdash, the runaway. Health bar's just about even, but the super powered up.
The gold burst!
Quick dust and whiffs. He's out of there. Burst available. There's the touch. That should finish it off. No way out!
Burst!
MFCR does it. The Hail Mary works with the gold. The shining bright. The sun sets, the sun rises on a new day as MFCR is in
And
great.
first, we're starting off with loser semis. Umisho versus SQ.
All right, again, a big matchup. As Umisho starting top 8 winner side, falling to MFCR, SQ losing to Shinfil in pools, has taken out so many players in a row just to get to this spot in loser semis. Let's see, between the Ram and the Soul, who will face off against Jack. So I know Umisho wants nothing more than to face off against Happy Chaos, but I know SQ, driven by Evo desires to perform well. It's gonna be great.
All right, you're already seeing these checks here from SQ, trying to play the footsies game with Umisho. Oh, grabbing the Vortex.
What an answer! And SQ finds some amazing throws. I think between her and Supernoon, some of the best grabbers of Ramlethal, so adept at finding and landing these situations and forcing you to just have to embrace the strike throw and hope for the best.
See, there's the wall bounce. Yep, we have the Gamma Ray ready, and that's going to be game number 1 here in SQ's favor. Whoa, hold up.
Da-da. Never mind. We're not holding up, we're holding burst, and SQ said, That's the thing, SQ is the one who's mastered the Wake Up Gold Burst. Using it against her is a fool's errand, and reminding Umisho, do not try tricks against the master.
Well said, but let's see if SQ can keep this momentum going. We've already seen Umisho make the comebacks before.
Oh, no doubt. No stranger to it. Although it'll get a little bit trickier, especially at this point here. The pressure of top 4 and to get to top 3 is going to start, I think, weighing on both these players. Counter hit immediate burst. Yeah, Umisho has to be careful. SQ is scoping it out, getting these big hits often.
All right. Nice. I like stopping short there, trying to stay outside of that DP range, right? SQ recognizing through probably watching Umisho's other matches that the DP is a very solid threat. Also staying out of 2S range, which is very important too. A solid poke for Soul.
A solid super. Calvados RC into extra hits in between, but the counter hit didn't get the jungle they may have wanted, but gets the air throw. SQ finally having to get a taste of her own medicine. Never mind, she just jumps out again as always. Umisho said, you're going in the corner, one way or the other, alright? I don't care if it's east or west. Intercontinental Champion Umisho.
Alright. I like the check there with the 5K, but again, still, Soul, you don't want to get caught brawling with Soul. Playing that close range footsies war is a fool's errand. There's the throw.
Alright, I guess in here, under pressure, classic jump out, but I like that. Umisho scouted it out with the RC. Cross up.
Oh, the 2D whiffing. Nice whip punish there from SQ, but was unable to actually get the heavy slash afterwards.
Alright, I smell something cute here. Dash up, tried to get with it.
That was cute.
A close slash. That was cute, but fun's over. It's time for the match between SQ and Umisho to return, as connections seem stable and far slashes seem numerous and painful.
Oh, absolutely. That's the first part of the Soul playbook is the bar slashes. And that is a quick round and a perfect as well.
Let me show you a little break, working out. I mean, SQ, who was playing pretty hot, I always hate to see people having to cool down just a smidge. But now she's warming back up, like Venom's always.
Oh man, but there we go. Fafnir into the ground Viper.
Oh,
Baits
no.
out the YRC. Good night.
Such a tough place, because you feel like, yeah, okay, I can YRC, I'm safe, I'm fine. With a pixel of health left, SQ has to FD for her life.
The just block DP, crazy. Umisho up 2-0.
That was long. That was shorter than the delay we took. I can't believe these two, or at least Umisho, went so quick that game. Like our pause to get him back online was at least a couple of minutes, and that was just seconds. Oh my god!
Absolutely. Wild.
Wild throw, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
We haven't
potential
seen the
last
wild
game.
throw yet.
Again, this is Umisho's path. She is destined to crush all Happy Chaos. But can she make it to Jack? And if so, can she beat him? Right now, SQ's the thing standing in her way, and SQ fighting back. Trying to stay alive here.
All right, is able to get the JH. Things are not looking too good. Tried to go for the wild throw, but has the PRC on lock.
Ooh, didn't risk a DP that time. Played the guessing game against SQ, who tried to get the throw into the corner, turn the tide, but Umisho ready for it.
Let's see if SQ can actually gain some momentum here, though. There's the burst from Umisho. I agree with that burst, right? Just get out of the corner. Close out the round here. You already have a solid 2-1 lead.
Yeah, big start! Bringer of bandits too far for any kind of confirm, but SQ just, unfortunately, just happening to press the wrong thing at the wrong time. 6P comes out at such a funny move against Ram because it beats so many of her options. So as much as SQ wants to go for a bar slash, she can't.
And these JSs have been really on point as well. Umisho also great use of the 6H. SQ really just backed up against the wall. Has burst on deck, but not many options left.
Ooh, okay. That's an option. Forced to whiff. Side swap.
Yeah, just trying to jail in with those light normals.
Oh, scary. Playing a dangerous game. Dashing at a whiff bandit bringer. Wrecker. Okay. Ooh, we can chill out a little bit. Should be a good sequence here for SQ.
Every gap is scary because of the threat of DP from Umisho. She's shown how proficient she is with it. And the trade with the Night Raid Vortex. OTG 6. Give me $5,000 and I'll consider it. That's crazy. Let's go, Umisho.
Hey, she knows her worth. I'm about it. Let's see if it's worth enough to take down Jack. Out of the corner, Jack can see escape. We're playing that Soul versus Happy Chaos once again, and Jack getting that first wall break. And here he goes.
The RC gets the multi-hit overhead with the JP. Oh, but runs right into the 2K. And an early Deus Ex Machina here. Refill all those bullets on some damage. Doesn't even break the wall, which is good here for Jack, being able to lock down Umisho even more. And the positive bonus anyway. We have
I'm
the
gonna get it
positive
one way or
bonus.
the other, right? It's magic.
And SQ coming through with the raid. Thank you so much, SQ, and great stuff tonight. Hell of a run.
Congrats on the 4th place. Now leading all you
crap.
squirrels and then some. Here we go. Is Umisho's just trying to survive against Jack, take her turn and get things going.
How often do you see people get the positive bonus without breaking the wall? That's crazy. Like you have to be constantly on pressure in order to get that.
Hey, Jack is just no different. If anyone's gonna get it, is Jack. He is always pressing forward and pressing that attack. Umisho just suffering through, getting a tech. Not any opportunity to make the escape here as they're gonna get tagged. And Jack just needs one more hit with the super. Will be able to close out game 1.
Oh, I love going for the Night Raid Vortex just to close the distance. we go, knocking at Heaven's door. Trying to send Happy Chaos to hell, and there we go. Counter hit, clean hit, DP. Good God, where did your health go?
That's where it went. All the way down. It evaporated to the last little molecule. What a comeback from Umisho. Tying up the rounds, but immediately getting hit, getting shot, and getting got.
Nearly getting the whip punish there. Nice tick throw.
Oh, trying to get cute. I like that answer, trying to go for a wild throw, but the backdash BRC, Umisho getting shot to the wall, and I like that. Just go for the super. Finish the job here. Sequences from Jack again. Whenever he finds just those one hits to set everything up, I'm just constantly amazed at how much life he's able to delete so consistently and so quickly. Because it's like, oh my gosh, he makes the character look even more busted than he really is. And he is really busted.
I just can't believe how consistently he can get wake up backdash BRC.
Duel 1.
He's just so good at it. He's got that. If I was him, I'd just have that dash button mapped on more buttons.
Right?
Put a multiple dash buttons and just hit them all. And like piano all of them on wake up. Let's say, screw that.
I need one for every finger.
Show. Feeling pressure. Put on the pressure. Bringer gets denied. And back to mid-screen.
All right, trying to go for that far slash into the gunshot. Far slash with gunshot, the Happy Chaos classic. Oh, with the PRC into the DP, not dealing a ton of damage here, but allowing Umisho to maintain that positioning.
All right, comes out. Letting Jack get a full reload, a nice little clip. The roll, Umisho defending against it, but getting grabbed, and with the resources here, go for the wall break. Yeah, I want to set up the checkmate. Always smart. Yeah, I get the hard knockdown on Soul. I get to set up a curse, and I have all the room and all the bullets in the world just to make sure this job is done.
Duel 2.
All right. This is an important round for Umisho here.
I got to throw so much damage. Jack on the offense, man. Jobber, it's Umisho having to rely on reversals just to get some space.
Oh, there's the backdash trying to bait out the throw attempt, but Jack PRCing himself and going for the 6P.
Ooh, almost had a conversion off that counter hit. That would have been really nice. But Jack.
Any trade with Soul is scary.
Yeah, he always takes advantage of it, right? You think you're getting a fair deal. Ain't no fair deal. But Happy Chaos ain't about being fair either. There's the dust. There's the shot. Going through the wall. Now, Umisho has to really make it count here with the meter she has. Never mind.
And now, Jack, 2-0 lead over Umisho. Things are starting to look a little familiar from last week. And I know Umisho has said that, she's going to keep training, and one day she is going to take down Jack with Soul.
The mission is Happy Chaos must die, but he's like a cockroach. He can punch harder than Oppenheimer can blow up the desert. But what does it matter? Man, the man's magic. He don't care.
We're going to Barbie Dreamland, all right? There's the 6S. I almost said 6P.
Yeah, I failed the follow-up on that one. I had the right idea, but unfortunate. But unfortunately, Umisho not dropping and finding some good sequences and putting the pressure on Jack, but has to keep it up with the meter here. Getting cursed, getting hit, yeah. Verse just to try to turn things around.
Nice defense here from Jack, but unfortunately, you can't block a throw. Still stuck into the corner. And defense is great and all, but you need to get out of there. And there we go with the 2K2D, blocking the DP as well. But look at the chip damage on that Fafnir.
Ooh. Yeah, this little side swap combo. Umisho getting around early. Still got a lot to do here. The trade actually kind of really good for Jack, getting a knockdown and having the space. answered the door. Soul was knocking. Jack dishing it right back. Oh my goodness.
Pistol whip, trying to go for the throw. There's the far slash counter hit, gonna connect. And Jack should be able, no! Unable to close up around there.
Mess it up a little bit. And that lets Umisho out and about. More pressure's on. Oh, what an air throw. Actually denying the added pressure. Wow, from Jack. What a call out. Match point.
And still sitting on burst for both of the players here as well.
Oh, there's the curse. Yeah, you wait for like 5 seconds in neutral. You don't want to approach me, that's fine. Take this ball and hold on to it.
See what we can get cooking.
Oh, no!
Burst
Soul
is
is what we're
gone.
cooking right now.
There it is, Deus Ex Machina, possibly the final one. Oh no, we got one more.
And you got 6 more bullets in the chamber. And instead, that's all she wrote. Jack moving on to grand finals, eliminating Umisho at 3rd. Happy Chaos prevails and
You
lives.
know what? I'm here for guilty gear, all right?
All right, grand finals. MFCR, Leo White Fan, Jack, Happy Chaos. TNS's own MFCR did a great job, like you mentioned, in that winners finals. Can they repeat it and send Jack packing before he gets a back-to-back?
Far Jack looking pretty clean, but there's the DP from MFCR. Now starting to show these DPs early on, right? You have to establish the threat so that Jack will start to respect your wake up.
Ooh, there's a roach. Big pressure again. Yeah, you can't get rid of the curse without hitting him, but might as well put him in block stuff. Let it run out. There you go. Reload. Get that last hit, last second wall break. Jack timing those so like perfectly. Getting the resources they need and get their concentration back.
He is an absolute master at it. Doing a really good job of managing resources. So far in this tournament, he hasn't really run out of resources in any dangerous situation.
Interesting. They ran up, got a free lick in. This other star was like, go ahead, punch me. Take a shot. All right, there we go. Answering back.
And Jabali coming through with the raid. Thank you so much, Jabali. Hope your stream went well.
Yeah, appreciate it. I see Jabali's stream's been popping off lately. Playing that Street Fighter 6, so good on them.
Been playing that Blanca. And shouts to Phenom too. I see you, Phenom.
Oh, okay. Wall break is. MFCR tying things up here in game number 1. Always good to see who can start things off by getting that first game and getting the momentum.
Oh, look at this, hiding behind his own clone. Come out, coward.
Look, if you can bring a friend to you in a gunfight, you might as well. Always ready to uneven the odds. Well, MFCR, yeah, forces the burst out. Has the drop kick, never misses its mark.
Oh yeah, I like that, the unturn, the unstance there, just to backdash and try and force Jack to whip a button.
Putting pressure, but Jack finds the hit, gets a knockdown. Baits out of reversal. BOC back forward, gets a throw, interesting.
Sitting on a lot of bullets there as well, and there we go. Jack taking the first game of grand finals.
We're just seeing, no matter what option you choose, that was a nice little safe jump situation just about. But then even then, like the backdash getting caught at the last little second. So it's like, it's hard. So like, you don't want to sit there and block it. You have an opportunity to get a little bit of space, but again, there is no running away from Happy Chaos, huh?
No, not at all. Doesn't matter where you are on screen. He's got a gun. He's got a gun and he's hacking.
He is hacking for days. That is the perfect aim. No matter what, never misses the mark.
All right, let's see though. Let's see if MFCR is the one.
I mean, they took him down one time. Can always do it again, but let's see if Jack, after a big win over Umisho, will be able to be toppled so easily.
All right, able to score the wall break. Good start. But Jack still has burst on deck. Definitely not going to spend it in this case. Just got to save it for next round.
thus how it goes. MFCR off to a good start, ready to tie things up. But really good back and forth. You see MFCR really wants to win this set without getting dropped down to losers. Not give Jack any more of a chance. But Jack's defense against Leo has always been really solid. And you see there, even waiting, punishing the shield, their defenses aren't as good as mine. Jack just taking out the shots. Getting a big lead.
Yeah, just needs to touch the secure around here. And being able to hold onto that burst as well through that entire round is absolutely massive for Jack with the perfect here.
He probably won't even spend it the entire time. I'll just be sitting on there like, you think I'm gonna burst? I'm gonna keep this in my pocket. Oh, not gonna even let it rip there yet. Just gonna take the damage for making the mistake. That's on me. Big Brown from MFCR off the wall. The unstance into throw, but Jack is ready.
Here we go, 2D, able to catch with the anti-air 5P, but a burst from Jack puts us back to square one. Now we gotta find a way in.
Make a way in. Don't even have to worry about it. Get the curse, get the tracking shot, and just back to that perfect space.
Just poke, both of them poking with the 2Ks there, just trying to fish each other out.
Ooh, fade away, drop kick comes out, and there you go. MSCR doing what they do best. That's that big blow, find some pressure. Oh, but the answer from Jack, that was great.
Oh, grabs the roll through though. Says, I can do it too, and MFCR ties it up 1-1. A reaction.
That was great. Both players are ridiculous. Jack trying to get Q with it. I mean, I wouldn't say the roll is a big of a risk. It's always kind of solid, especially in that high pressure situation, but MFCR has been cooking all night and is ready with the crockpot.
I wouldn't say the roll is risky at all, right? You could protect yourself with the gunshot. Most people are not going to grab it. They're going to block it, and then you just keep the pressure going.
Wasn't able to keep it there. Now MCR with the round of the board. Trying to turn this around, but the big bad burst. It's not looking good here for TNS's hero.
Right, yeah, just being smothered in the corner here. Another dominating round from Jack, and another perfect. The perfects here are honestly kind of crazy, what we're seeing from Jack.
It's been a lot tonight, overall. Perfects have been handed out left and right, like you wouldn't believe. And Jack, again, champ last week, he's just, you know, so generous after winning TNS 81. Wants to take TNS 82 and spread the love. Perfect for everyone.
All right, let's see. Putting the headbanger in on the corner.
Oh, too far for tap, just the FD. Making it just too far away. That may have worked. Jack, unfortunately, getting too handsy.
Dashes to the other side. And yeah, Jack, of course, going to hold on to that burst. There is absolutely no reason to spend it there.
MCR been taking salsa classes. He's dancing all over Jack up close and doing a great job of it. But Jack finds the hit. Not one to be shy of the dance floor as well. So I love the pressure. Force the block, get the grab. I like it. Jump on him. Make him block, make him guess, make him burst.
Born to press, force the block. But is going to get caught by the stray gunshot there. Nice job blocking the instant overhead, but the PRC keeping him safe.
All the meter gone for MFCR. Gets a hit though. Burst on Jack's side. Gonna spend it immediately to push MFCR full screen. Oh my goodness!
We just hard point the gunshot? That was a crazy trade, but now the curse is on. There's the dash up 2D. Fakes out the other side, gets the overhead, has the meter as well. Just needs to find that touch. No RC. Look at the overhead anyway.
Ooh. What a turnaround. And I don't mean back turn. MFCR 2-1. One game away from being your champion tonight. Absolutely tearing through Jack given the opportunity. Like,
this is crazy.
When Jack got that burst and got full screen and got all the resources and had the curse on, had a big chance just to kind of close it out if they could find a hit, but MFCR just tightened it up on their approach. And now, potential final game here.
MFCR might be able to take TNS here, finally.
Okay. Drop kick misses mark, but far enough away. Yeah, not really gonna get a punish on it. And Jack getting a big hit and a good lead.
All right, there's the burst. Early burst here from MFCR. Wants to lock down Jack in the corner, but still able to escape. Not without taking a little bit of life as tax.
And getting some extra tax too is turning up the rates. And MFCR denying it, getting the chase down. Good blocks from Jack. Still under pressure though.
The empty jump DP. Brilliant. Getting clipped by the overhead. Jack is going to spend the burst, right? This is a round that he can still take, so I understand the decision. There's the RC. Try and go for the wall break here.
Yeah, very smart.
Slowly.
Right, MFCR with meter to make this something. Drop kick, quick dust, double dust.
We had enough meter to do it, but it's... There it is! Wow! Tournament point for MFCR.
And TampaNeverSleeps, they're all awake right now, rooting for MFCR. One round away from being your champion here, but Jack answering back. Reminding you who is the reigning champ, although with the grab. Big turnaround, and now it's time to put on some pressure.
Oswaldo coming through with the 39 months. Thank you so much. And MFCR with a healthy life lead here, but Jack about to get burst back. There it is, right on cue, and has the meter to cook with. All right, stuck in the corner, 100 meter on Jack's side. Not a good place to be. Gwang Lord coming through with the sub. Is the Deus Ex Machina gonna kill? Probably not. Leo's buff.
Right. Anyone's game, so MFCR has come back from the brink just the same, but a tap dust with the bullet behind is gonna keep this game number 4 moving forward. Jack needs this round to take it to a game 5. MFCR on the verge of victory. Pressure's on. Gets the run through, the cross up, the overhead, conversion, big damage, more back turn with the grab. One more hit'll do it.
There's no burst to save Jack at this point, and that is going to be it. MFCR is your TNS champion with a perfect.
Anything you can do, I can do better, and I can be the champ just the same. TampaNeverSleeps own MFCR taking the crown.